Nyan Cave, hello, and welcome. What are we doing today? I don't know, just hanging out. Nyanny's not feeling too well. He's got a bit of a sore throat, but it's on the way. It's very, very quick. George, yes, George is here. He's Georgeous. Oh, did the thumbnail upload? Or did I, yeah, I think I uploaded the thumbnail. It's got George in the thumbnail, right? Hanging out, making our way about. Heck yeah. Well, hello there. Yeah. We can maybe fire up a game and stuff as well. But I do want to hang out with you guys. George looking fresh, right? I actually do have to update some of the memberships from last time, because I'm gonna make little ornaments. Hey, Wildcard. Hello. Busy with your senior year of college? I hear that's an important one. I hope you're doing well as well. Yeah. I've had some health struggles. Had COVID. Fainted. Almost broke my nose, but we're up. Oh, Smithy, you played more Symphony of the Night? Yeah, we did not finish that. That is a fun one. Do I have like a big camera? Can I switch to studio mode? I can. If I switch to studio mode and I do this. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see it, which is actually really handy. So if I were to say like, oh, wow. I guess we could try this. This feels so, whoa. Wait, what does that say? I can't even see it. I'm gonna go to studio mode here. Dear Santa. Have we actually even done this? Maybe Nyanny was working on this. Oops. Well, close enough. But yeah, you like it? Garfield cart? No. I should bring up my Steam library though, because I'm pretty curious. I've actually been kind of craving a new roguelike, but I haven't found anything too enticing yet. I found yeah, I tried a little bit of Backpack Hero, I think it was called, but it reminded me too much of Slay the Spire, but like not as good as Slay the Spire, so that was tough. And then there was also a really fun one actually that I could bring up for you guys. Actually, I gotta log back into my Steam here. Apparently I'm logged out. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun. It was called We Who Are About to Die, and it's like a roguelike gladiator simulator. House Flipper. Oh, Power Wash Simulator. I heard that Power Wash Simulator got some really big updates. And yeah, Christmas games for sure.
Feeling a bit down tonight, so I thought I'd join for a while. Sent out a manuscript to publishers and been waiting anxiously. Hope you're okay.
Hey, Super Potato. Good luck with that. Yeah, the waiting is hard. Oh, okay. Wow, Steam's got some new stuff, but yeah. Sorry you're feeling down, unless you're down for a good time. But yeah, much love. Darkest Dungeon 2. When does that come out? Oh, there's actually something that. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna mute this. I have a frog in my throat. I gotta actually probably get some drops. Oh, it's out. Yeah. Okay. I have like nudity and stuff like and adult games turned off on the Nyan Cave Steam because obviously like I don't, but you'd be shocked at how much of that stuff still gets through somehow. But yeah, let's bring up my Steam. We can watch some game trailers and things. Let me just double check my store preferences. Mature content. Include products in my store that involve the nude. What? Oh! Apparently I did have nudity allowed. Well, that's weird. I have a different account for nudity. Blur, violent and gore. Yeah, sure. Well, it's a good thing we checked. I'll bring it up in a moment. Google safe search, yeah.
Try and start this holiday party off with some Padoru.
Hey.
Also full screen Clay eyes.
Hi. Yeah, I didn't do my hair today. I lost my pen. I'm a mess. Yes, Cut Louise, a question. Actually, maybe I should just launch the question and answer thing and have it open on a separate window. Can I do that? I think I can do that. Ask me anything. Try not to fill it up with too many questions. But yeah, let's, can I open up a separate window? I'm experimenting with YouTube right now. Yeah, this is like a, actually, I think you can do this on mobile too. Sorry, 1 second. Heh. Will you marry us for Christmas? Oh, maybe. When do we talk about marrying chat? I know we talked about marrying chat. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, this sounds like fun going into. Hold on. Okay, Calories, you got me. Unless it could be something, I don't know. I'm always hesitant with Calories, but Genshin versus Sonic drama. I could Google that on the side, and we could bring that up. I'm gonna get Sveta here on a Padoru. Will we ever finish Zone of the Enders 2? Well, Jordan, maybe if you ask Santa really nice for Christmas, Santa will show up with a gun to my head, and we can. I would like to. That would be fun. Gotta figure out what happens to Jehudi and beautiful words like freedom and independence. So bad with numbers. Oh. Sveta. Checked out the Last of Us HBO trailers yet? I saw one of them a while ago, whatever the very first little teaser was. But yeah, nothing beyond that. Wait, how is that Q&A done? There's like a questions tab, I think, where Top Chat would normally be. Yeah. Oh. Would you try Don't Starve Together? Honestly, I've always been on the fence of starting that game. Sorry, I'm on the questions tab, but I need chat back because I want to find out about this. I'm pretty afraid to ask about this Genshin versus Sonic drama, but I'm gonna Google it on the side, and I'll bring it. I'll bring it up. Talk drama. How about the lasagna debate you had with Yanni? Actually, we rehashed that debate in, again, the household when we had a guest over, and they also agreed that it was 2 pieces of lasagna, and then Yanni and them had the whole thing over again. Genshin's buying votes? Shut up! For the Game Awards? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm looking this up. Hold on. I'm gonna go in blind, and let's when I say blind, I mean like without direction, I guess. Let's just Sonic and Genshin drama. Okay. This yeah. Sonic and Genshin Impact fans are at war over one specific game award. Okay. All right. Hopefully there's no like crazy ads here, but let's zoom this in, and I'll bring it over to you guys. Player's voice will go either way. Oh my god. We'll see if we can get a poll here as well. Is there gameplay with chat? Ah, this is nice. This will work. Yeah, there's no, I guess this works. I should get a better ad blocker, because, man, these are intrusive. And nobody likes Canadian Tire. Nobody. That's fine. Genshin Impact, Sonic Frontiers has been battling on the Game Awards website trying to secure a win for the player's voice category. If you've been on Twitter over the last day or so, you may have noticed the term #Sonic Sweep trending. Fans of the Blue Blur trying to win an award for the most recently released Sonic Frontiers at the Game Awards. Honestly, when was the last time a Sonic game got an award? 2 of the most toxic fan bases are at war with each other. Really? Genshin? I mean, like... Sonic Sweep. Oh my god. Due to take place December 8th. We're going to be watching them, by the way. Sonic Frontiers isn't up for an award in the main section of the awards, but it is up for the Player's Voice Award, which is decided solely by the public as their favorite game of 22. Category is currently in their 3rd round and features games like Elden Ring, Stray, God of War Ragnarok, Genshin Impact, and Sonic Frontiers. Right now, at the time around, Genshin Impact is currently in the lead with 52% of the vote. Dang. And Sonic Frontiers is behind with 32%. We'll have to look this up and see where it's at now. Elden Ring was 7, God of War Ragnarok was 7, and Stray with 2. That's pretty incredible. I mean, I guess that's the power of, like, a community behind a game. Because, like, I'm sure a lot of people like God of War Ragnarok, but, yeah, it's just crazy. Sonic fans made art of Sonic beating up Genshin characters. Ugh. I mean, I don't want to say that, like, all Sonic fans are the Sonic fan base is toxic because of that, because there's assholes in, like, every group, right? It is kind of funny. Only because, like, no one's actually being hurt. Genshin could still win even after they remove the bot votes. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Because it's like, how do you know the bot votes are removed, like, correctly? God, website's playing videos. Jesus Christ. This website has so many ads. Okay, what's the actual opinion on, like, Opera GX? I know that, like, a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers are shilling it, but I've been actually thinking about, like, downloading something because Chrome is ad city right now, and this is not good. Fan base is bound to have a toxic aspect when you hit a certain size and never. Yeah, I think that people just, like, you know, the economy of attention, I suppose. Once there's, like, attention or something to be gained, then it's just gonna happen, right? Fans of Hoyo versus Action RPG can be just determined so far. Top spot before voting closes. Can't let Sonic down. I'm so scared of this. I'm a huge Sonic fan, as you all know, and I'm not associating myself with the other fandom. I mean, yeah. Sonic's also been botting votes. I'm sure they've all been botting votes. I bet you, right now, if actually, I'm actually curious to know your guys' opinion too. If I asked you guys, Sonic or actually I should say Genshin. It's Genshin here. They're gonna be bots in this vote. All fandoms are toxic except for the Final Fantasy 15 fandom. Maybe. I mean, they've been through a lot. Neither. FGO. Nice. What's so funny is I guess whoever's winning is technically botting the most votes, probably. Okay. One of the reasons why Sonic fans are so set on Sonic Frontiers winning the Player's Voice Award, other than the fact is their favorite game of 22, is because many are claiming that Genshin Impact fans are being bribed for their votes. Hoyo versus promised primo gems to players if the game wins the award. And why wouldn't they? Like, why wouldn't they? You know? That's like mobile game 101. And I also guarantee you that if Genshin won the Player's Voice Award and did not give away primo gems, people would be pissed. Every gacha game does shit like that. The good ones, Zero. The good ones give you shit, okay? This theory has gained enough momentum that the Game Awards host, Jeff Knightley, had to address it during a recent Reddit yo, we gotta check that out too. I want to see Jeff's Reddit AMA. I want to open that up too. One user asked the host, what are you and your team going to do about the obvious vote bribery and botting that is currently occurring in the Player's Voice Award? To which Keighley replied, I don't know, it's bots. I think its fan base is activating to support a game or a game promoting its nomination to its fan base. He did, however, say that he and his team would be looking into this now. Nice. Oh, Hoyoverse hasn't explicitly stated to be rewarding players for its win. However, it isn't a difficult assumption to make. So it did this exact after winning Best Mobile Game at 21, as well as more recently a PlayStation Partner Awards at 22. Yeah, and why wouldn't they? The bribery, my God. Isn't that technically buying a vote? I don't think so. It's their in-game currency. That's like the economy of it. I don't know. I think we can rate it on like things that happen in the real world economy. The Genshin economy can do whatever it wants. It owns that economy. And like, who's gonna stop them? The Game Awards police. Sonic fans are on some copium if they think that Genshin will be disqualified for giving away primo gems. Like that's That's a long shot. Especially on Jeff's wording here. Game promoting its nomination to its fan base. Oh. Yeah. Sonic fans using slurs for Chinese. I mean, that's awful and that's dumb, you know? I think it's way more fun to remove that. I mean, you know, and it's also, I think, a really dumb argument to be like, because some people are using racial slurs and stuff like that, it makes the whole operation whatever. It's just like, you know, the people who are doing that are racist pieces of shit and really don't deserve to be added to the equation, you know? I think it's different if like someone with more power or status, I guess, like if you know, Genshin Impact themselves said something awful, then I think you can kind of like hold the whole thing. But it's such a, I don't know if it qualifies like a straw man argument. It's just silly. And yeah, I think it ruins a lot of the fun to like focus on that, because again, it's the economy of attention, and they're doing it for attention, and I think we win by just not giving them the attention, you know, because like whatever, right? But I might need to zoom this in. Papa Nomura with the Reggie avatar. That's amazing. We're probably done with the Sonic vs. Genshin thing. Where are the questions? Also, Sonic wins in this chat, which is a little surprising to me. I also don't remember Genshin winning best mobile game last year. I thought it was Gen Shine. So I wish that when you like, so, oh, I can close the question. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, did it end? Select question? Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, man, thank you. Are we playing Mario Kart tomorrow? The Wait 3 coming out? We are playing Mario Kart tomorrow, go. Yeah. And I feel like I don't like talking about this shit because there's always so much like context that's required by this, and like the general rule of everything is to just not deal with things in like absolutes, you know, because it's like, should you always ignore racist pieces of shit? No, you shouldn't always ignore them. However, in the context of like Genshin versus Sonic, it's just like, why, you know? Because I just don't think it has a place there. Don't be a piece of shit, right?
Alien Monster.
Hey, Alien Monster. Angry. Thank you. Yeah, I think I got like a slightly milder version of the virus that Yenny's suffering from right now. I was gonna grab a ooh, actually Suzu's got something to clear my throat coming up. Heyo. Sure, I'm gonna play this, and then I might go grab a cough drop.
In 2020, The Last of Us 2's director asked people to vote for it to own the haters. People got Ghost of Tsushima the win just to spite him.
That's funny, Suzu. To own the haters. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to play The Last of Us 2 just so I can form an opinion on it, because I've heard, you know, that people were upset and took things way too far, which sucks. You know, that's also not cool. But because I don't know, you know, I'm having a hard time believing that it's going to be that bad. But cheers, Suzu. The Last of Us 2, definitely. Like, before this channel goes down. Even if this channel goes down, I'll make a new channel and we'll play The Last of Us 2. Woo! But thank you, Suzu, and cheers. I think it's probably pretty good. You know? Certainly evoked an emotion. Oh, oh, is it the comment? The comment got -12. Can I, like, refresh this? Oh, it's for the comment itself. Hold on. Can I? What? All right, perfect. I want to go through some of this Jeff AMA. I've also still got your questions here. What am I getting on Christmas? You guys. Okami's a must-play for this challenge. So adorable. Yeah. Sheena actually gifted us Okami, so we have it. It's just, it's such a long game. Your Yakuza Ishin when? Oh, crap, because there was a refund us. Oh, you kept the receipt, right? Shoot, which one was Yakuza Ishin? Is that the new one coming out? Is it out yet? Oh man, my nose is still sensitive. Still have to play Hitman? Yeah. Oh, because chat for Christmas, refund, gift receipt, nice. Okami's a great time sink. Yeah, I bet. Where do babies come from? Stork, Santa, where? Love, Megs, love. Sorry, I'm just going through the questions here. Oh. Yakuza Ishin remake has characters from every Yakuza mainline game now, so it'll be a while. Dang, I'm really excited to play 7 though. Like, I've seen only very short clips, I think, from the shows that we've watched, like the Game Awards and stuff. I think they did like a Game Pass sizzle reel, and the game looks bonkers, so I'm really excited for that. 7's so good. Yeah, it looks good. Also turn-based, which is pretty cool.
Also sorry for donating super chats. Streamlabs still won't let me log in on mobile. Crying face.
Weird.
So here's another dono to make up for it.
Angry. Thank you. No, it's totally cool. Don't be sorry. Yeah, I could never be mad about that. But thank you. I enjoy you being here. 4 has your favorite character? Nice. What if we see Delta at the Game Awards? That'd be pretty cool. I mean, like, it'd be a surprise because I don't think it's the usual MO. I don't even know if that game, like, needs marketing at this point. You know, it kind of markets itself, which is pretty incredible. What numbered entry would Yakuza Like a Dragon be on? I don't know how to answer that. Cannot stress how hyped I am for Yakuza 4. That's cool. Yeah, I would like to play those games. We're probably gonna be doing things a little bit different. I haven't hammered out, well, yeah, you know, I haven't hammered out the exact details yet, so everything's subject to change, but yeah, I think we're gonna, it's crazy to think about how long we've been playing like 2 games at the same time, in 2-hour blocks for like ever. Sorry, we're gonna get this Jeff AMA, but maybe I'll just move over to this full camera for a moment. But yeah, I think we're gonna try doing longer streams of one game for about 4 days a week, and then we're gonna experiment with some other streams as well. So like, yeah, 3.5 hours, 4 days a week. I think it'll be easier to follow one game, which would be fun. 7. Oh, Like a Dragon is 7. Cool. Sorry, we're all over the place in this conversation, but that makes sense. Okay, because aren't all the games changing their name or something? I thought, yeah. So started out, it's fresh because it's kind of, I mean, it's even hard for me sometimes to like follow the schedule and run it around. But yeah, so it'd be nice to have an extra day to do other things, and also hang out and play with you guys. And before stream extensions a reward again? You know, I haven't talked to Yenny about it, so I don't know his opinion on it. But with gifted memberships and stuff, I've wanted to try something out, like I guess they would call it a Subathon on Twitch, which would be pretty cool. I have to like do some math and make sure you guys don't kill us, but like, yeah, I mean, you know, we could even do it for a game like Yakuza or like Okami and try to get through like, you know, those games in one stream kind of thing. Of course, this concept is a little difficult because of, you know, Niani's health currently, so it would be probably for a little bit, or yeah, we can figure it out. You know, again, I haven't talked to him, so I don't want to talk too much about what's going on because we haven't hammered out all the details yet, but I would like to do some experimenting. Yakuza 4 is a fairly short one. That's cool. What's a subathon? Thank you, Tony. That's a good question. I assumed that you guys knew, and that is wrong. So traditionally, and I might be wrong too, but what I understand like a subathon is that Twitch streamers or YouTube streamers would have a long stream with an indefinite ending time, and for every sub or that's gifted or given or membership, the stream gets extended by a period of time, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know, whatever like the math is, you know, and the stream continues until it can't. And if that's the case, I think usually if it's like, oh, you have 24 hours left based on the thing, you can end the stream and pick it up tomorrow and kind of continue that marathon, you know. I've only done like a couple 24-hour streams in the history of this channel, and I'm kind of over it. I get really sick after being up for too long. My brain gets all weird. Sleep is really important. So yeah. Oh, Akami, thank you. Yeah, he's doing his best, you know? So, and it is scary. So yeah. You'll sleep on stream. Honestly, I've also considered doing sleep streams. That's something I've thought about, but not that I've ever said any, at least as far as I know. I sleep alone a lot, of course. Sorry. I talk in my sleep a lot, and so I'm really scared to do a sleep stream. So I don't know what I'm saying in my sleep. One time, Yanni was walking by my room, and he said I was, like, basically playing a game of Overwatch in my head. Ludwig called it after a month or some shit. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know if we would do that, but it'd be awkward watching me sleep. Yeah. Some streamers keep the timer running even when they're asleep, so it's fine to take a sleep during Subathon. I think Ludwig literally did that, didn't he? What weren't those his sleep streams? I feel like the longest basically non-stop stream we had before the replay stream from back in the day. Like the year-end streams, we usually stream like all day on New Year's, so those ones are pretty long. Hello, the Honey Bun Empress. I think our longest streams are even before you, Yuzuki. You can cap the time the stream goes on for. Oh, that's... Yeah, do uncapped or capped subathons. I mean, it would probably be wiser to do a capped one first, just to see, you know, what it's like and what the math checks out to be, so that we can, you know, make it a reasonable time. But I mean, you guys are awesome. Point Crow went on for like a week, like straight, like live sleeping, whole thing. Don't sleep on stream, Clay. People who are into that will appear, and you'll have to very careful what your pants you have on. Trying to protect me. Thanks. I'm pretty, like, how do I put it? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna be a little inappropriate or blunt here, so if you're sensitive to, like, pervy stuff, then cover your ears. You've been warned. But, like, if me existing like this without doing anything particularly, like, baity or, you know, erotic gets someone there, then I mean, more power to you. Just, you know, if they're emailing me letting me know that it's doing it, then that's kind of not cool, and I would just block that. Still wouldn't really bother me. But, you know, good for you. I'm happy I can help, I guess. But it doesn't make me feel weird, you know, because, I don't know, people are human. Whatever, right? You know what I mean, though, right? Like, if someone's shoving something in your face, that is sexual harassment, actually. So don't do that. But I mean, whatever people have got floating on their heads is their business, so they can do whatever they want. Submitted question. I won't be able to get to all submitted questions. There's a lot of them, and some of them definitely take longer than others. And also, there's not a good way for me to, like, mark which questions have been answered or remove them. Like, can I remove them? I don't know. And can you guys see all the questions? I guess I can remove them. It's also a little annoying because, like, the top question is being blocked by the UI, which is weird. But yeah, I'm trying to go through them. Oh, sorry, and we're on topic, off topic. Tempest asked, who's winning the Game Awards? And let me just go over to our YouTube community page. Oh. According to the Nyan Cave, I was actually pretty surprised. Well, I'm not surprised by which game is in first place. That one makes sense, but the other votes had me a bit surprised. All right. Oh, I just realized I don't have my my screen up. Yeah. Co-streaming the Game Awards. Yay. So yeah, 1.4 thousand votes. 22% on Elden Ring, 19% on God of War Ragnarok, 2% on Horizon Forbidden West. Poor Horizon. I got it. If there was an award for the best game to not get any recognition, I haven't played Horizon, but some people have played Horizon speak very, very highly of it. I mean, most people who have played it speak highly of it. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, 11% for Stray. I expected some more ironic Stray votes, but Xenoblade Chronicles 3, very powerful. Very powerful here. And I mean, it was my game of the year, I think. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I mean, obviously there's a lot of bias and background on that, so I hope that answers your question. We talked about the Last of Us trailers. I haven't seen the new ones. Will we ever finish on the Inner Suit? Yes. What's my bra size? That's a good question. I actually I don't know exactly how it works, because I know that the number is linked to the cup, and the cup changes based on the number or something. And I've got like a relatively robust chest. I don't know, like maybe 38B or something. They're not that big. Maybe A. I don't know. But I've got some mass left over from like high school, where I peaked, obviously. You haven't played them do the work, but everyone's having fun. Nice skips. The numbers of the back size, the letters of the cup. Yeah, but apparently like the cup is also like scales or whatever. I don't know. How much are we enjoying God of War Ragnarok? A lot. Not like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 level of enjoyment, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's a very well-made game. I think it's a ton of fun. I think it's got a lot of charm. There's some equation thing you can do by measuring nipple height and subtracting the under boob measurement. Time to tip the scales. I don't know, I might be wrong about the whole thing, but I'm not sure if the cup size is standard. Might change country to country too. I know that's a weird thing. Hell, it even changes store to store. Like I'm pretty consistently a medium, but some stores I can be a large. Oh, hello, Sheena. We were talking about you earlier. No, thanks for Okami. We still have to play it sometime. Huh. Who do I hope to see at the Game Awards? Oh, that's a good one, Sveta. We'll have to think about that for a moment. Ah!
If you changing the stream schedule up soon, just saying, New Year's themed mission came out for Hitman 3, and no, I will not let my hope perish, smiley face.
Hey, Angriest! Well, first of all, thank you. I gotta write these out, actually, I realized. Second of all, sorry, this is distracting. I'll go back to the full camera. Yeah, no, I'd love to. We always do our Christmas themed games. Hopefully it wouldn't be too long, but if it's new, that would be cool. I wouldn't want to do the same one again. It's actually something I've been meaning to do. What do you guys think? Should I make like a Discord room and maybe a community post? Sorry, I should talk about what I actually want to do before how to do it. Submissions for like random Christmas games. I usually find them on like itch.io or what's the other one? Game Jolt kind of sucks. It's different from the last one. Nice. Yeah. So things like we don't have to finish the game that we start, but yeah, it'd be cool to check out a bunch of different Christmas games and go. Like the short ones are great because like itch.io and things, they have cool little short experiences, which are sometimes silly because there's all sorts of game jams, which is like a mini contest type thing where developers get together and make a game in like 24 to 72 hours or whatever their limits are to see what they can do, which is cool. Mega Man Christmas fan game? Yeah, stuff like that. Absolutely. 100%. I definitely have some ideas for games to possibly suggest. Make a game suggestion channel. Yeah, in Discord, right? Let's probably get that going. And then we could put a link to it in YouTube, which would be cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's probably the way to do it. And I'm going to see if this works. I was fiddling around with Streamlabs yesterday. So, oh, hey, it does work. And Takeshi, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. That's crazy. So, oh boy, I do have to make a gifted membership cutout, so I definitely want to do that. Oh, sorry, Brandon looked it up. Every inch difference when subtracting under boob size to boob size equals 1 cup size, apparently. Wait, so the size does matter? Of the back? The number affects the cup size is what I'm reading there then. Anyway, doesn't matter. Bras, moving on. I need to know this because I'm the mastermind of the gamer bra. It just hasn't happened yet. But yeah, memberships are ornaments that are going to go up on George back there. Huh. You too can be part of George's harem. Well, I want to get autofocus back. No matter what, probably it never feels comfy. Oh, sorry, Sheena. That sucks. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some like obviously not exactly the same, but some clothes have been really uncomfy for me. But I've just really liked Uniqlo's clothes. They fit my body well and they're comfy, so I kind of stopped shopping most other places. I don't have everything, but but yeah. So I will get you guys up, and then I also want to make a gifted membership cutout. Did we already answer mine? Probably not. It takes me a while. Would you try Don't Starve Together? I don't know about today, but I'm very sure I own that game, and it looks like fun. It just seems like it's a Valheim game. My only issue with those games is the same issue I have with a lot of games where they take up a lot of time. But yeah, I do like those games at a time. I don't think I'd ever stream RimWorld, but like RimWorld is crazy fun and is not exactly the same, but a similar kind of like vibe. Valheim is of course one, and oh, what do you call it? Factorio was one I lost a lot of time on. Ooh, Super Day. Which upcoming games are you most excited about right now? Final Fantasy Crisis Core is the one that's on my mind the most right now, and then of course Final Fantasy 16. There's Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm excited for a new Persona something eventually. Would be really cool. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And Zero says Dwarf Fortress game coming out soon. Yes, I'm very excited about that. I think it came out today, actually, so I might check that out. Yeah, also, this is a separate genre of game, but I've been playing a lot of Gloomhaven Digital, which is a really fun game. I play for a couple hours a week with some friends, which is really fun. Ever tried Gitaru Man? I've heard about it, Miles. Goodbye, free time! Yeah, I've seen a lot of, not a lot, but I saw Dwarf Fortress years ago, and I loved the concept of the game. For those who don't know, Dwarf Fortress is I don't even know when it came out, but it's an old game. I could probably just show you, actually. Final Fantasy 13 series? I would love to play 13. We're definitely going to play a Final Fantasy before 16, which is going to be great. Hello, Humble Spirit. Spirit? Sprite? Spirit. Got it. Ah, I read fast. And sometimes not always correctly. But yeah, in case I didn't, thank you, Takeshi. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships. And I'm gonna add all of them to the tree, and I will get you the gifted thing. I'm gonna be a little behind today. But yeah, let's see. We also have Jeff's freaking Reddit AMA to go through as well. So we got too much stuff to go through, but I'm gonna finish this thought on Dwarf Fortress first. Also, forgive me if this stream is hard to follow. We don't do this very often, actually, but it's a lot of fun. I like shooting the shit with you guys. Wait, why can't I click on this? What's wrong with Steam? Oh, I'm gonna bring up Dwarf Fortress and then I'll move it over. Boop. I don't think I can zoom Steam in. I could do this, but yeah. So Dwarf Fortress is like this old simulator of sorts. That got a lot of praise for its random generation, but I could never get into it because it's like this like ASCII art, I think it's called or pronounced. It's nice that it's overwhelmingly positive so far. That's nice. But yeah, so that's kind of what stopped me from playing it. I actually tried playing it years and years ago. I couldn't get into it. So now they've added a graphical update. Apparently it's very much the same game that people liked, but you can actually kind of see what's going on graphically. And what's, I guess, special about the generation of Dwarf Fortress is it does, like, everything. Yeah, it's also super hard. Apparently there's, like, just like real life, I guess, a million things that could kill you. But what's cool about the generation is that it also generates lore and like poetry and history and stuff that you can kind of discover. And of course, with most AI stuff, some of it is nonsense, but apparently a lot of times it's quite fun and funny. So it's kind of like adding an AI dungeon-esque aspect to your survival crafter game, I guess, or civilization simulator. Yeah, super hard, just like real life. Yeah, dust, ouch. That is correct. Ugh, life is hard sometimes. Dwarf Fortress is fascinating, right, Miles? Apparently also, I think I was just reading it somewhere here. It's like, where do they say it? One of the first games accepted into the New York Museum of Modern Art or something. Oh, and a tutorial, probably good for a game like this. Not just geometry, a whole simulated world, generated rise and fall of civilizations, personalities, creatures, cultures, etc. Infinite hours of gameplay, if you're into it. Time is subjective, strike the earth. After 20 years of development and influence that changed the world of gaming forever, one of the most unique and storied titles in history gets one of the most exciting updates of them all. Graphics, right? But yeah, I also think this game, of course, inspired a ton of games as well. But yeah, it's probably enough about Dwarf Fortress. Like Civ? Kind of. Whoop.
I would do anything to watch you and Nyani play Sayonara Wild Hearts. A very short game, but it became one of my favorite indie game of all time, Purple Heart.
Hey, Lofi Barrel, thank you. That's what I've heard quite a few times, actually, when we talk about, like, what games to play. I also need to figure out how to edit. Is there, like, a text I can edit here so I can kind of, like, just write what we're talking about? Not yet, but here, let me see if it's on Steam. I've never actually seen anything about it. Sayonara. No? It's weird. What if I just typed in Wild Hearts? Oh, there's just... Oh, yeah, there it is. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Wow. Is a dreamy arcade game about riding motorcycles, skateboarding, dance battling, shooting lasers, wielding swords, and breaking hearts at 200 miles per hour. Wow, this like just this imagery and stuff. And maybe it's, you know, I guess anytime someone's on a motorcycle with a sword, I go to Cloud Strife. I mean, that's my own bias, I suppose. I don't want to see, like, too much of this. A pop album video game. Sayonara Wild Hearts is great. It looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of, like, Robin. Oh, dang. It's got motorcycles. It's got swords. It's got music. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. 2019. We'll bring that over. Oh, yo, we actually... Okay, so... sorry, I'm just gonna pause questions. If I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. I'm working on as many of them as I can, but I'm gonna work on one of the earlier discussions we had. I swear, I'm gonna get better at directing these topics. Oh my god, you guys submitted so many questions. Like, holy crap. Oh wait, no, wrong chat. Okay, good. I was like, these aren't questions. These are opinions. But yeah, I will come back to the questions in a moment. But I want to take a browse through this Reddit AMA with Jeff here. And before I do... Oh, I do have a text. Perfect. All right. Then I should be able to... Bam! All right. Wrong chat. He has other chat opens. Chat's open. No, Matt. There's a tab on this chat that's labeled questions. I skipped your question, and now I find out... how will I find out where babies come from? Megs, I answered it. I said love. Chat had other opinions. And maybe... I don't know. All right. Jeff Keighley. Next week's our 9th annual show. Want to stop by Reddit for our yearly AMA about the show, but also video games, anything else on your mind. So let's see. We'll go with best first, then maybe we'll look at controversial, because that'd be kind of fun if we got some there. You missed it? It's all good, Megs. Doof Inc. asks, hey, Jeff, how exactly does voting work once the nominations are in for the panel? Honestly, great question. I want to ask Jeff about the CBC and how much influence they have on it, because I don't know if the CBC Games, which is the Canadian Broadcasting Company, and if they're just there for a tax subsidy, I don't know. So anyways, they continue. I understand nominations work via providing 5 options for a category, but how is the winner decided? Does it work via choosing which game has the most nominations, and in the case of a tie, fan vote ends up determining it, or do the panelists do another round of voting for the actual winner out of the nominees? And Jeff says, yeah, there are 2 rounds of voting, the nominee round, and then once the 5 or 6 nominees are set, the jury casts another ballot, picking their top choice out of the nominees, just as the fans do. Then these votes are blended together to figure out the winning title. Okay. So I don't know if this is flawed, which is interesting, because we've seen, like, who's on the panel, and you know, it's there's a lot. But I think it's almost impossible, or at least I'd be really surprised if every single judge played every single game, like, in the categories, you know? So, like, for me, it would be better if yeah, like, it's tough. Because part of me believes it's unrealistic to have all of the judges play all of the games, but it's also, it doesn't sit right with me for people to vote for a thing not having played all of the nominees, you know? Like, I want to ask how the Oscars do it, and like, obviously they watch all of those movies, but obviously I don't think they have a good system either. So, you know, there's also most anticipated games. That's different though, Quill. I mean, I think that most anticipated game, if it isn't, should be entirely like a player vote thing, you know, bought it or not. It's just like, that one is, I think that's more of like a fun thing. But yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you know, because the Game Awards are no small operation at this point, comparatively, relatively. I don't know. So I wonder if you could, like, you know, take like, I don't know how many. Let's just some arbitrary number of like 8, 9 panelists and pay them to play all of the games. You know, compensate them for their time to cast things, you know, if they have the right experience, not just like Joe Schmo off the street, but I don't know, some sort of gaming journalist, some out of the loop there. But you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have a better idea, but what I'm saying is that Stray has a chance to win Game of the Year. Hey, Carl. Hiya, guys. Hello, Carl. How are you? And Carl is on the tree. The winner should be determined based on how much R34 for that game. Yeah, what is it? R34 on the other website. Just see which ones have the most submission. Overwatch 2 Game of the Year. Boom. Done. Moving on. Boom. Stray sweep. Nice, Humble. Maybe something to do with the review/rating sites. I mean, at that point, you're just like, there'd be no surprise because it would all just be Metacritic scores, basically. Like, that's basically what Metacritic is they take the amalgamation of publications and also regular player votes, and then you kind of get like a Metacritic score for each one. Stray looks adorable. Honestly, I really gotta play it. Honestly, Humble Spirit, I played it. It's a decent game. I was pretty surprised when it was like 35 Canadian dollars on Steam or something around that. I do recommend playing it. I do recommend getting it on sale, though. Cannot wait to have Stray for Christmas. Hey, yeah, absolutely, love you. Hey, I mean, that's good too. And it might be worth the full price to you. For me, personally, I think it's a really great... I would feel good about getting Stray on sale and playing it. I played Stray on PlayStation Plus. I don't know if it's still there, but I felt really good about that. I've heard some Metacritic reviewers games for high reviews for studios they want to get hired by. Oh, what? That's crazy. I mean, yeah. I guess that makes sense. It seems petty. That's a whole tangent, because if I was an employer and I saw the person I wanted to employ just uncharacteristically liking all of the games that we made or whatever, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of weird. But if they had really valid criticism for the games that we were making, I'd be more inclined to hire them at that point. 'Cause I'd be like, oh crap, like this person sees shit and this person can help bring our stuff to the next level or whatever. So I hope that's not true, because it's kind of dumb. But you know. Hey, Steve. What was the indie snow game with the deer and the wolf? Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. And the rabbits? I can't remember. Was it foxes? Aren't there tales of reviewer outlets being blacklisted by game studios because of bad reviews in the past as well? Maybe. I know that, I think, is it Wired who does the, like, YouTube videos where they bring an expert on to talk about things? It'd be like sleep support, tech support, something support, and they ask them questions off Twitter, because I know they had the director for the Calypso protocol on there. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but they asked him a bunch of questions, and one of them was related to game critics, and he had a pretty he didn't go into depth about it, but he didn't seem to have a good opinion of game critics, so I could see that being true. Oh, it's Wired. Yeah, is okay, great. Oh, Giant Bomb doesn't get anything from Gearbox. Oh, really? I don't know how they're connected. Callisto Protocol, what a mess. Yeah, I heard whispers of it. I don't know all of the details just yet, but that's unfortunate as well. So anyways, yeah. So according to Jeff, there are 2 rounds of voting, nominee. Then once they're set, the jury casts another ballot, picking their top choice of the nominees, just as the fans do. Then these votes are blended together to figure out the winning title. Yeah, and so this is something interesting as well, because, I mean, for the nominees especially, because, like, if there was a really great game that achieved stuff, I mean, I guess you could argue that if it achieved something, people would be playing it, but yeah, like, people have to actually play the games, you know, for them to be suggested as nominees, which is crazy. Later, Paulina. The only good consensus for that game is that the visuals are great, which makes sense, I guess, because all of the trailers we saw were visual trailers of stuff happening. Speaking of which, didn't Yakuza 3 or 4 get reviewed by actual Yakuza for some page? I'm sure that's because, like, people do that all the time, where it's like, you know, a real pilot talks about Microsoft Flight Sim or whatever. So there's, oh, you know what? I think I saw that, and it wasn't just Yakuza games. It was like an ex-Yakuza talks about or kind of reviews footage of Yakuza in the media. Which was like movies and games, and I can't remember if the Yakuza games were part of that. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Hey Jeff, my question's about the Game Awards orchestra. I know nominees get announced only a few weeks before the show, but do the music writers know beforehand so they can start thinking of ways to implement music? This is a good question. Also, how does the music get selected? There's a lot of games with great songs in each one, so I imagine it's hard to narrow game OST by only a handful of tracks. Thanks to the positive impact in the gaming community. That's sweet. Yeah, this is always a race. We can't start in the Game of the Year medley until the nominees are set. So Lauren Balfe and his team only have a few weeks. The day, well, really the hour the nominees are announced, we start talking to the game companies about their scores. We discuss the potential track to play, and then Lauren works on the medley and how to make it all flow together. I heard the track the other day, and it's awesome. Cool. That's exciting. So I guess for this year's medley, it's Stray, oh, that's cool. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Zero Dawn, whew. A Plague Tale. I'm forgetting one. Which am I forgetting? Elden Ring, of course. Xenoblade 3 Orchestra is the chain attack theme, and like it doesn't have a transition either. It just abruptly starts with a voice line. Right? I'm surprised that didn't become a meme where it's like you're just going about your daily business and kaboom, chain attack theme. But that's fun. I remember I went to see Final Fantasy Distant Worlds, which is actually touring again here soon, which is the Final Fantasy Orchestra. And they were saying that it was difficult because apparently Square Enix didn't have a lot of the scores for some of the music and whatnot. They were just kind of lost to time, so they had to take some creative liberties, apparently. Will the will the Jeff Keighley mask return to Among Us, and will it also appear in Among Us VR? And Jeff says, actually, the mask is coming back next week. Reddit exclusive. Stay tuned for details. Wow, look at that. Reddit lining Jeff's pockets. We're gonna enter the corruption stage of the Game Awards. We're gonna get some Facebook Games of the Year, or sorry, Meta Games of the Year. Jeff mask is coming back. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, Jeff. Big fan, and my buddies can't wait to watch the Game Awards. What are your favorite gaming memory, and what upcoming game are you most excited for? Ooh, Jeff says, my favorite memory? Oh, wow. Great question. Playing Red Dead Redemption was really special to me. When Far Away started playing, I was like, this is the apex of gaming. I'm excited for a lot of stuff, but I can't answer that question without spoiling some of the next week's big reveals. Ooh. Watch German become a paranoid wreck in Among Us VR. I kind of want to try it out. Among Us VR looks really fun. Poking around corners and stuff is kind of spooky. I bet. Wonder what venting is like. Is it Apex, the apex of gaming? Matt. Rip Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Did they make the deadline, and did they get... I don't even know if they got nominated for anything. I don't remember seeing them. Send a highlight video and DMs to it. Please do, Zero. That'd be fun. Yeah. What else we got? When considering the Game of the Year award, is there more preference given to innovation in the gaming space or mastery in the gaming space? Because a game can be a masterpiece but not very innovative, and likewise can be innovative without being a masterpiece. What's valued over the most at the Game Awards? All right, Jeff says, yeah, everyone will have their own interpretation. To me, the Game of the Year is the game that shows mastery across multiple fields and delivers the best overall experience. I think that's like almost verbatim what the award says. Usually this means a game that pushes the medium forward in some way or does something new. Every year is different, though. It depends on the other nominees and the overall landscape. I thought It Takes Two was a bold choice for the Game of the Year last year, a co-op only game. It was. That was pretty hype. That was crazy. I'm shocked. That was the feel-good Game Awards story that we all needed, you know? Jank aside, enjoyed Violet as much as Gen 5. Nice, Skips. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, ideally, it'd be great if the game was good. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it despite that, you know? Fuck the Oscars. Yeah. A question about Scarlet Violet? There's so many questions. Pokemon Nuzlocke plans? Was that the one? Oh, Pokemon Scarlet? Yeah. So, I'm going to have to kind of just shelf the Pokemon question because all I know right now is that we're going to finish the games that we're currently playing, and as soon as possible, start Final Fantasy Crisis Core, because I'm pretty excited for that game. I hope you guys are too. Get to see our boy Zach. So that'll be fun. And then that's going to take us to the new year for sure. And then we'll have to figure out what's going on. We'll be able to talk about that, you know, during the New Year stream. We'll have a much better idea. Also, if you missed the beginning of the stream, we kind of talked about how we're going to be changing the schedule around, trying to play one game for longer during the week instead of 2 games simultaneously, which will hopefully make things a bit easier to follow, which will be me, Gongaga, you? Oh, you dumb apple, you. No, Mother 3 is not canceled. We're going to finish both the games that we started. But after those are done, we're going to move on. And then after Crisis Core, I don't have a solid answer for you yet. But I will. Sometime after we start Crisis Core, the sooner the better, of course. I got a lot of ums coming out here because I'm just really making this up on the fly. But yeah, and Pokemon is not ruled out of that. Will it definitely be Scarlet and Violet? No. I would have said yes earlier, but with everything that's happening, I'm wondering if there's something that you guys would rather see. Because, you know, there are some times where we stream games because they're new releases and it's exciting and I want to play it and you guys want to see it and stuff. And then sometimes there's a backlog of games. And I think when it comes to Pokemon, it's more important that, like, it's more of a community thing for me. And Yakuza 4 after Crisis Core, that's a big possibility. For sure. Dragon Quest 11, Takeshi? Maybe. I am really curious about that series because, like, obviously I'm a big Square Enix fanboy, and Like, it's a really funny dynamic. It's very, because, like, I was a big Square fanboy growing up. You know, Final Fantasy VII was a game that had a large impact on me, and so I liked Square a lot. My favorite game is Final Fantasy Tactics, just because of the impact it had on me. And then, like, Daddy Square and Mommy Enix got together, and so Dragon Quest was like the stepchild, you know, in our new family relationship. And I guess I've been a bit of a tsundere towards it, even though I think they're pretty iconic games, you know. So yeah, I got to get over that. I want to try it. Much want to see it, Dragon Quest 11. It's also quite the commitment. That's the thing about it too, right? But yeah, I also think that, not that Dragon Quest would be like the ideal membership subathon long stream game. I do hope that doing those kind of things will allow us to play some more games as well. Yeah, Tales of Arise is one that I'm very sad that we missed. So that's definitely in the backlog. I will shield Dragon Quest 11. I mean, you guys got to keep doing it. It's been in multiple votes, and it you know, I don't want to say it came close. There was support for it, but it was usually handily defeated. Because, yeah, Ni no Kuni's another one, but I'd probably want to do Dragon Quest before Ni no Kuni. Tales of Rise is so good. Definitely my favorite Tales game. Yeah, Tales. I was actually just talking to Yanni earlier, because I saw that, oh yeah, Tales of Symphonia is being released on Switch. And I was realizing that Tales of Symphonia is becoming the Skyrim of JRPGs, where pretty soon there's going to be refrigerators and, like, rice cookers playing Tales of Symphonia. But, yeah. Whew. Off on a little tangent there. But I hope that answers your Violet Scarlet details. And Sputnik says, a game from 2020 shouldn't be the 22 Game Awards. I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm sure that it's there, but yeah, I guess I could agree with that. I don't know if it's a remaster, but that is definitely kind of muddy. You're not the first person I've heard make the Symphonia Skyrim comparison. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Would that really be a bad thing? Symphonia is one of the better games in the series. No, not at all, Moot. It's just funny to see, because it just it became a funny thing for Bethesda, especially because I think they weren't releasing a lot of games where it's like, oh, Bethesda, what you working on? It's like something you've all been waiting for, and you're like, ooh, is it Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever it is? No, it's Skyrim on PS Vita? Okay, cool. You know, so yeah, I've played Symphonia a few times, at least 2 or 3. Pretty fantastic game. So yeah, it's just a meme, you know. It's just getting released on everything. Salty, they remade The Last of Us and are acting like it's new. Yeah, that was an unfortunate thing, Megs. I think that's not the right way to do a remaster, of course. I think they should add value. I hope it was reflected in the sales numbers, because that's the thing they obviously care about the most at the end of the day. Sorry, Nanny's out with a sore throat, and I'm not 100% either. Oh, The Last of Us Remaster is just in the accessibility category. That's I would say that's appropriate then. I mean, if the remaster introduced a lot of new accessibility options and those options were innovative in the space, then I think that qualifies. Follow-up question here, just asking if you heard about Pokemon SV, mainly about the game's performance and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It was unavoidable. It was all over the internet. I didn't do any research into it, but I just heard that there are glitches, some of which are funny, and that there are performance jank, and that's something that definitely kind of bothers me. As much as I don't want it to, it's something that takes me out of the experience. I'm sure you guys remember us playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where it was like, wow, this is amazing. And don't get me wrong, I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But sometimes, you know, I'm like, this could be so much better, you know? And the performance issue massively overstated, I believe that, right? It's worse docked, apparently. I believe that too, because handheld, it renders at 720, which is, God, what is it, 1/3 the pixels of 1080p or whatever? I think docked usually tries to run 1080p unless you turn it down. I think you can turn it down manually. But yeah, it's a big difference. It also depends on what the issue is as well, because, like, you know, the textures take more. Anyways, it's a whole thing, but yeah, makes sense. Things wrong run pretty slim. Oh, I did hear something cool. Apparently Steam's giving away like 200 Steam Decks at the Game Awards. You just have to had like buy a Steam game in November or something. Can't really blame the Switch when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 works so well on it. Yeah. I mean, I specifically haven't done research on this topic because I do want to play Scarlet and Violet, and it's hard to, you know, not do that with spoilers. But my opinion on it in general is there's nothing wrong with liking the game. There's also nothing wrong with being critical of the game. But I do believe that Game Freak has to do better. You know, because I think that those games... what is it? Like, they could be so great. And I guess that's why people are so upset about it, because, like, I don't know, it's cheesy to say, but there's so much potential there that's missed, you know, constantly with such a beloved series. So yeah, like, both points of view are valid, and I mean, if anyone makes you feel shitty for enjoying the game, that's fine. Or no, it's not fine. Sorry, it's not fine. It's fine that you like the game. They shouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, the opinions of it not being as good as it should be are entirely valid. You know, it feels like they're resting on their laurels. Yeah, I mean, that's crappy, because, like, you know, there are people doing better things with the hardware, or companies, people. There's no shortage of resources. You know, they obviously have a ton of money. If I had to assume anything, I'm just not, I don't know anything about this. I assume it's a management issue. I don't know who manages there. I don't know what their hierarchy looks like, but I don't think things will change until there's like a sweeping clean house, which might be tough if the games continue to generate revenue without being good. You know? So yeah. I mean, you could do whatever you want with your money. For me, it's tough because I like Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon. I don't know how much of a stake I have in Pokemon, though. You know? To, like, yeah. Because, I mean, even if it was my favorite game, if they released, like, Final Fantasy Tactics 2 or whatever, and, like, I looked at it, and let's just say, actually, this did happen. It was Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I didn't buy Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Welcome, Luck. You're in the danger zone. That's what chat is. But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance wasn't what I wanted. I didn't buy it, you know, and that series kind of died. Sad. All I'm saying is that the only correct answer is to not buy it, but you also can't judge people for buying it, so it sucks. Whatever's gonna happen. Challenge you to play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. It's true. Honestly, I was, when I was sick, I tried to boot it up. And I don't know if it was because I was sick, but it was just, yeah, I couldn't play it. It's big. Man, I clicked on a Danganronpa 2 stream once going, and what the fuck is all this? And now I'm like 60 hours in. I feel that. Got the Tactics Ogre remake. Yeah, actually, I want to see how that's reviewed. Do I have my Steam? Where's my Steam? How is that reviewed on Steam? I'm actually really curious about it. I played hey! Tactics Ogre costs $66.99 in Canadian. I respect that. Mostly positive, which for a port of this type of game is pretty good. What are some of the pretty good? A lot of satisfaction. There's super crispy voice acting, riveting story. Yeah. The World Tarot system's great for people like me who experience a lot of FOMO while playing anything. Ah. No, there are plenty of other better turn-based tactics game. So it seems like the port and the... It seems like it's pretty good. Overall. Oh, here we go. I really like Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, which is the PSP remake of Final Fantasy Tactics, or remaster, I guess. And I'm trying my hardest to give this a try, but I just feel like the battles are way too long in the minute attacks. Every battle, I leave it up to the AI. I kind of prefer leaving it up to the AI. It's pretty fun. I find these games can be pretty easy if you micromanage everything, and they're also way more time consuming. I'm sure people have seen us play Fire Emblem. I've kind of learned to love the chaos of the AI. And I think my favorite aspect of video games is character building, or more, I would say like team building first. Building a team, building a squad, building synergies. and then building characters and things. I think that's very fun. You know, if you saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I had a lot of fun with the different options and trying to figure out what we wanted to do. The mage of my team running into 5 brigands. Yeah, right. I really like playing Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions on auto. You can do a lot of fun things by limiting what skills they learn and stuff. Say it louder. I don't know what I said, but I'll say it louder. I saw a review for an SD Gundam game that complained about the Gundams being too small. Yeah, I mean, some things bother some people, but yeah, this is pretty good for this re-release. This is like Tactics Ogre feels like the Dragon Quest. Actually, it was Dragon Quest Tactics, I guess. But yeah, it feels like the Dragon Quest of tactical games. Like there's Fantasy Tactics and there's Tactics Ogre. Apparently the names of these used to be named after was it Queen songs? Because the Tactics Ogre before was like Let Us Cling Together. I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, random, but Persona 5 Royal passed 1 million sales on Steam. Nice, Quill. That's amazing. I am very happy. Like you know, I think it's a really great game. And actually, I'm trying to get my friend into it. My one friend loves JRPGs, and occasionally they're like, you know, I want to play a JRPG. I'm like, play Persona 5 Royal. I think it's a really great take on the turn-based combat. My Fire Emblem experience. Hee hee, Fisco burr. Yeah, right. That's part of the fun. What are the chances for PQ2? Definitely not right away. Maybe next year. But like, it's tough. Especially for long games because, you know, releases come fast. You guys want a little more Jeff? Whew. As it should. P5 is looking great. Forward to playing 3 and 4 for the first time in January. Yeah, nice myself. I highly recommend 3 and 4 as well. I think myself and maybe most people would recommend starting with like Persona 5 Royal first, which obviously you already have. But I feel like when you play Persona 5 Royal first, it kind of gives some context to like where 4 and 3 came from. And I also think it has the most highest chance of success of making people like the series because it's probably the best, one of the best. Yeah, I'd say the best take on the formula. It's good. I thought Clay's Fire Emblem experience was getting 1% critted by Dorothea. Good times. I enjoy stuff like that. It's silly. Which Persona is my favorite and how much you enjoy Fire Emblem? I really like Fire Emblem. I do think that we played a bit too much Fire Emblem, you know, in too short of a time. Because I really think that if we left Fire Emblem at one playthrough, that, you know, Nyanny would still have a good opinion of it. It's Killer Bow and Hunter's Volley. Yeah. Yeah, I like the Fire Emblem series. I think it's campy. I'm pretty excited for the new one. I'd like to check it out. It's right up my alley. I like campy games, and I think Fire Emblem is super campy. I also like strategy tactics games, but it'd be cool to streamline it. Who knows? Maybe for the next one we'll do like an all AI run, which might be pretty fun. I will defend Green Man to the death. That is the objective, I suppose, Zero. That is the objective. Too many roots in 3 houses? Yeah, and yeah, for me, they just weren't different enough. Like, I could have played it and it was fine, but it definitely it was kind of like, you know, doing multiple runs in Detroit Become Human. If you do your one run, there's like an illusion. Too many roots that were 50% identical. I would say more than 50%, Hera. It felt a little more than 50. Oh, play like P3P 3 times in a row as FemC. Hyperfixation's one hell of a drug. Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually excited to play Persona 3 Portable as well. We're probably going to play that next year when it comes out on PC, which is very cool. Yeah, Quill. It should have taken more time for us. I don't dig this song too much. The vocals. I need a cough drop that I intend to get a while ago. I will be right back, and then we'll talk about a few other things. But yeah, I would, and if we can, depending on what it looks like, I want to look into randomizers for Persona 3 Portable as well. But yeah, I'm going to go through these questions and see if there's any that are interesting. Well, FemC route then? Yeah, 100%. There's no way we would do the main gaming because we played, you know, Persona 3. So we would like it to be very different. And yeah, playing as FemC seems really exciting. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a cough drop. Let chaos reign. Oh, Takeshi, you like this song? It is Ristar, Stars on Ice, Ring Rink Dancing Leaves. OC remix. Sorry, you might hear my mouth noises for a moment while I'm pounding this cough drop. Yeah, I'm just gonna go full screen for a moment here. Here it is. Yeah, shoot, it was a long username. I can't remember who said it. Where are you? Ah, yeah, Queen Diamond. Hyperfixation. Yeah. Like, okay. I don't know where to start with this. It's not something that I really intentionally wanted to be a secret, or like, it's not something I intentionally wanted to keep a secret from you guys. But I guess it's something I have kept a secret. I've never really talked about. It's not a big deal. It's just, I feel weird because I've never talked about it. So I'm trying to talk about it. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, I was diagnosed with, well, officially, ADHD, like 2 or 3 years ago. So I know what that's like, and I struggled with it because, yeah, when I was a kid, quite a few teachers and stuff thought I had it, but my mom was like very anti-medication. And in her defense, it was during the era when like a lot of kids were being diagnosed with ADHD. But yeah, I struggled a lot. And you know, the usual stuff. I could talk about the whole experience. It's not a secret or anything. But yeah, so I started taking medication for it like 3 years ago. Got a hug? Nice, Fabian. But yeah, so it might explain, I know like a lot of you have ADHD as well. There's like nothing wrong with it. I'm not ashamed of it. And that's why it's really weird. Because like, and you guys in chat references as well. And like, it just became like a weird thing for me where I was like, oh, like, I want to react properly to that, but it's not something I've ever really like properly said. And then I didn't want to derail whatever we were doing by starting that conversation. So it just kind of never happened, and I've always just kind of shelved it. So it's nice that at least we have, you know, just this. I talked very openly when I struggled with ADHD. Yeah, I think you should, Jordan, as long as it's something you want to do, right? My little sister has ADHD, meanwhile I have autism, even though I'm highly functional. Yeah, Tronic, it's yeah, I mean, I like just this stuff in general. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of, and I think it's really cool to be able to talk about experiences and stuff. And yeah, I mean, you know, like working on it and like through, you know, therapy and doctors and, you know, even just doing your own research on things and medication, you learn a lot. At least I have learned a lot about myself and the way my brain works and whatnot. It's, yeah, it's very interesting. But you do have it in a fabulous panda shirt. Absolutely. It's chill. We're all dealing with mental challenge and stuff. It's real. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to, that's why this is like, yeah, I'm talking about now. I want to, cause I want to be able to talk about more openly. Cause again, I'm not at all ashamed of it. I'm not, but like, just never found a good time to talk about it. A lot of great streamers came out with ADHD. I think it makes sense. Streamers are really good at streaming. Oh, I don't think that's offensive at all. No intention to offend anyone. It makes sense to me. You know, not that you like have to have ADHD to stream, but that a lot of streamers would have it because it's, yeah, I did a lot of, not stupid, but like, how do I put it? Like, I took a lot of risks and did a lot of things that maybe I wouldn't have done if I, you know, had been managing it better at the time. Because like there were, like, yeah, I straight up got fired because of streaming. You know, that's how I started streaming full time. I got fired, you know, because I was so like hyper focused on the stream and what we were doing here, that like I had a performance review and I was like, yeah, like, I don't know what the issue is. I'm hitting my targets. I'm going to keep hitting my targets. I'm not going to do any more than hitting my targets because I got to go home and stream. So there's that. And then I got like a notice, you know, shortly after that being like, you need to leave. I was like, all right, fair. Last time I'm honest to you, Mr. Manager. And also, pro tip, if you, I guess they call it quiet quitting nowadays, where you put in the bare minimum of what's expected to you. Maybe don't be open about that unless you got something else. Yeah. And Zero says, what's the term about nowadays? Silent quitting. Yeah. Yeah. No matter how much you trust your manager, okay. And unless you're out the door anyway, maybe honesty isn't the best policy always. Because yeah, I mean, you know, you don't owe your company shit, right? I was burnt out from work and I quit before they fired me. Yeah. I mean, and then that happens, right? How dare you have a good work-life balance? Yeah, it was a situation where they were like, you know, I didn't want a career there, but I guess they wanted people who wanted careers there, even though I don't think it was a good, well, obviously I don't because I didn't do it, but I didn't think it was a good long-term investment. And so, you know, they were like, well, he's not going anywhere. So but yeah, it was a whole thing. Luckily, you know, Tom and Yanni and all you guys were here. And it worked out. It was really scary. Like it happened like right on the like the cusp of the channel starting in full. Say in hindsight, you won. Thanks, Cammy. Yeah, no, it's only thanks to you guys. What the fuck's a Tom? Ooh, it's an old. How'd the stream get here? My ADHD, literally and figuratively. But yeah, I'm and it's hard to track things, but I don't know. You can probably tell from the way I play games, the way I tunnel vision on things. Because ADHD is a fairly broad thing as well, and it's definitely different for different people. But from my understanding, it's basically like a dopamine mismanagement. But I do find that I'm a little different on and off my medication, if that makes sense. Which is interesting. One thing that like my medication helps with a lot is bored eating. I would snack a lot when I was bored. Wouldn't even be hungry, but it's just like, man, I'm not fulfilled or whatever. Like I'm just bored basically. And it's like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to like open the fridge, you know, and see if there's like chocolate or something to just, you know, get a little hit of dopamine or whatever it might be. And that definitely added up for me a lot. I struggled a bit. But yeah. Bored eating is definitely, yeah, it's tough. And so it was really interesting to just like be on the medication and be like, oh wow, I'm actually not hungry at all. You know, like again, the medication also does suppress appetite, but I still get hungry. It's just, I'm not hungry when I'm bored anymore. You know, because when I was bored hungry, I knew that I ate more than I already should have. You know, it's like I had a big dinner, I had, you know, whatever for breakfast, and it's like I just still want to like put sugar in my mouth, whether it's I would usually do like a tea or a coffee. I self-medicated with a lot of caffeine and that kind of stuff. Yeah, ADHD has a lot of pros and cons. Yeah, I think you know, the biggest journey is just managing it, right? Can't focus unless I'm eating. Yeah, Fuse, that's a real thing, because you know, it's out there. Got diagnosed with ADHD years ago, and sometimes I forget about that. The idea of taking some type of medication, that has never really crossed my mind, even though it would help. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, you know, a silver bullet. And it's something that it's a tool, you know, among other things, and something that needs to be talked about with a doctor. I've tried two. Yeah, I've only tried 2 different ones, and yeah, the first one was a 24-hour one, which I wasn't too crazy about, because it just, I don't know, 24 hours is too long. But I think the one I'm on right now is a 16-hour one, and that's better for me. Herbal tea is great for tea fixes the ritual when you want to avoid the caffeine. Yeah, I liked decaf coffee, and as well, I don't like mixing too much caffeine with the medication. So yeah, sorry if we're a little way off topic. I don't even know what we were talking about earlier. But yeah, so I would like to be more open with you guys on that, and you can totally ask me any questions about it. It's been a while since I've like dove into the ADHD information, so my facts might be a little sketchy. But hey, I'm just a dude on the internet. You ever think of cotton candy in your room for snacking? I haven't. Like, yeah, the brain is a funny thing. Adorphobe, how much since last year coverage? Sorry, Jordan. It sucks. Yeah. Just the dude. Yeah. Hashtag not medical advice, just my experience. But yeah, like I try to take it about 5 days a week. I do like to take breaks, but it's definitely a bit easier to manage and get the things I need done, because it's just really the mundane things that are the hardest, you know. Trying back to taking forever. Oh yeah, actually, oh yeah, no, actually, it's not covered here actually either. Yeah, like most medical situations in Canada are covered if they threaten your health or your life. But things like mental health don't have good or any coverage unless you have like a work plan that covers additional medications, which I hope changes in the future. Caffeine's your go-to self-medication. I hear people talk about it. It makes you want to try action medications, and things are a little easier to deal with. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely a bit different. What I used to do back in the day, and I can't tell you whether it's like healthy or good. I remember seeing it wasn't that bad. But do your own research before putting anything in your mouth, I suppose. I used to take caffeine and L-theanine, which is like a green tea extract, which is a bit of like a mellower. So it was what I would use to focus most of the time. But yeah, I personally didn't like seek out a specific ADHD diagnosis. I was just finding that I was having a hard time getting things done. I was having a hard time sleeping because my mind was always like racing. And so I thought it was my sleep first. I thought I wasn't getting good sleep. So I went to my doctor and talked about my sleep, and we went to a sleep lab. I did the thing and it was all good. And then we talked about a few different things, and then eventually, because we have like an ADHD center here or something like that, so they sent me there for a bit, did some interviews, some tests and things, and they were like, yeah, it lines up. And so that's kind of how I did too. But because I don't know, when I personally talk to my doctor, I definitely don't like come with my own solution. I try to tell them in as much detail like what my experience is and what my challenges are, and then kind of seeing what they do. And let me tell you as well, because I don't have like a doctor. I have a doctor I like to go to now because he listens. I went to a couple different doctors. One was really nice, helped me out with the sleep things and stuff. And then he wasn't there for a week. So I saw this other doctor and she basically told me, she was like, yeah, that's called life sucking. Life is hard. Suck it up. There's nothing wrong with you, basically. And I was like, really don't feel like that's the conversation I've been having. And it's not the conversation that it feels like it is, you know? So yeah, so I didn't go back to her. And yeah, the other doctor was much more helpful. Yeah, it was weird and messed up. Yeah, she, yeah, it's not nice. Yeah, I know. It like, hey, it sucked at the time. You know, I talked about it with people. I was like, yeah, that sucks. But what I'm trying to say is the point of all that is get a second opinion. You know, there's nothing wrong if you do have access to a doctor or multiple doctors, is like, they're human too, and they're not always correct about things. Yeah. Because again, like, people in general have their own experiences, right? And no matter like how good of a doctor you are or how well you scored in med school, diagnoses, I think, will always be painted by your own their own personal experience and stuff, you know? Oh, Dr. Ken, that's awful. And it's like when doctors and family have that attitude about mental health. Yeah, and like that's a thing too, right? Doctors are heartless and arrogant for no reason. Yeah, like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to like get into the general thing of it though, but it's just like, trust yourself first and foremost, you know? And that doesn't mean that you specifically know the answer, but it doesn't mean that what one person said is definitely right just because they're a professional always. For me personally, like, if I did the thing and if there were like 2 or 3 doctors that said that's the way it is, I'd probably accept that for me personally, and move on with my life. But the one, yeah, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because it's been good, constructive for me at least. You know, difference between moving forward and being an outright asshole. Yeah, Quill, I do think personally that she just wanted nothing to do with me. She actually recommended prescribing antidepressants, and I was like, one, I haven't done my own research on that yet, and 2, I don't think that's how I'm feeling, so I didn't do that. And I looked it up and I was like, like, this doesn't sit right with me. I looked up the medication and what it was typically used for and stuff, and I don't know. Again, for me, it's like, trust your doctors, yes, but it's a conversation, you know? Yeah. I was diagnosed as a kid, and despite my mom obviously knowing she spent my entire life saying I'm lazy and grew out of ADHD, even though it's legit impossible. Yeah, Megs, no, that's yeah, it's hard. It's, especially for something, I don't want to say it's exactly ambiguous, but it's not black and white. It's very gray. And it is something that like people abuse, which sucks. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is that sucks, and I don't think that's correct, you know? And how do I put it? I don't know, you know? People should just have a little bit of empathy. It depends on what's like in it for you. But yeah, no, I'm glad that it sounds like you know, someone listened to you. Sorry, I'm fumbling this, but you know what I mean. Oh. Wow. Hey, Project Soul. Thank you for the Prime sub for 58 months. It's almost 5 years. Thank you. Yeah. Chat, don't see what doctors and try and make an effort. Yeah. I guess at the very least your doctor should be interested in you a little bit, or at least the doctor that you're talking to in the moment, you know? It could apply to a lot of things, but yeah, it's tough. 6 minutes to the subathon timer. I'm pretty excited for that, Takeshi. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. My biggest question about like member-a-thons is like what game we're gonna play first and for how long. That's gonna be fun. It's a hard thing to get sorted out, but raising awareness and other things like helps with information. Yeah, I mean, I hope that it's positive. I mean, it's just like me, right? It's I'm sorry, like listening to me, it's just I don't know everything, and I might not be right. What's the sub goal for me getting a second League stream? I do want to play League again. I think it'd be fun. Because I do like Wild Rift. I think Wild Rift's fun. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, Megs, I hear that a lot as well, and I also battled with, you know, maybe I'm just lazy, but you know, and it's a really difficult thing, and it's especially difficult when the people around you are dismissive or not supportive, you know. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but I know that you're doing your best, and I appreciate that. Sub goal. Toontown with Nyenny in chat. What about sub goal for D&D TTRPG? I don't know if I ever talked about it, Sheena. Pre-COVID, we were really planning. It was going to be like a surprise when we were ready. But we went really hard into preparing for D&D streams. It was something I really wanted to do, and then like COVID just totally destroyed that because obviously, you know, Tom moved out shortly after that, and I couldn't do the D&D sessions anymore. Yeah, because part of the issue was I didn't want to do well, we didn't want to do a D&D stream with just me, Tom, and Yanni, although we could have and would have been a lot easier. So yeah, I started, because I had a friend group that was playing D&D, and there was someone who was DMing, and we tried with them DMing, and it didn't quite work out. And so then I started like getting really into DMing. Like I read the books like front to back, went full like ADHD hyperfixation on it. I was building systems and tablets, and we got 3D printers, and I was going, to be honest and fair, a little overboard on it. If we did D&D, I don't think I would do miniatures these days, because as cool as miniatures are, I don't think it adds a lot to the initial experience for like to stream it, you know. Like minis are fun, and for me, I have a bit of a hard time with like visual imagination, so I love minis. D&D with the mods, maybe. Yeah, it's it's tough. There's a lot of like moving parts. I'm not totally against that. I personally have a hard time with D&D online when I haven't played in a long time because of COVID. Although people like, there's been more interest for it popping up. But I really like playing D&D in person. I don't know. I find it I find it difficult to just like to connect. I don't know. When I'm like at my desk, you know, I can't explain it. Some people might have a similar opinion, but because it's silly, you know, and to be able to see the people there and the way they're acting and also like mic quality and to have the things there, multiverse.com. I mean, I can't say I've done a lot, but I don't know. Tried Roll20, yeah. I did just a little bit, and I was like, it's not for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the word for it is, but I like things being there. But it also takes a lot of planning. So yeah, so I started doing the DM thing. And I was just doing a lot of really fun, cool stuff. I was also, for lack of a better term, kind of just interviewing people, because I didn't want to do a D&D stream with like people I hadn't played D&D with before, at least a little bit, just to know that there was like some chemistry, or because like with D&D, I think it's really important that everyone be on board for a similar kind of fun. Like this is not a necessity, but for me, I think it's fun because I find that a lot of D&D falls apart where it's like one person is just here to smoke weed and you know, bonk some goblins and not really say anything, and the other person's like, you know, role playing hardcore. maybe a little too hardcore, and the other person is like just here for the combat, just min-maxing and, you know, building their character. All of these are totally valid ways to play D&D, but you can get into, like, you know, conflicts of interest, I suppose. Conflicts of a different kind of interest. So I just wanted to make sure that, you know, people were okay with just wanting to, you know, put on a silly show. I speak a lot about D&D for someone that's never actually played. Yeah, Zero, it's a bit daunting to into, because I think that there's a real human element to D&D, you know? And I, like, through my, like, dungeon mastering and doing all of that, like, you know, game mechanics, baloney aside, I think some of the most important and useful advice I got was to have, like, a session 0 before you play, where you decide as a group, you know, what is fun for everybody, what is everyone looking to get out of D&D, which modules do you want to play, how do you want to create your characters, you know, and just setting expectations. And honestly, things were in the past a lot better in general. A lot of my issue with the roleplay aspect for me is that I shy away from the spotlight, and that's totally valid and cool, Jordan. Just where conflicts arise is just the communication of that. Because if you sit down at a table with, you know, everyone, and everyone talks about it, and you say, hey, like, I kind of want to be in the background a little bit while I figure this out. So, you know, me and the way I play and my character might be a little shy. I would hope that the people you're playing with are like, yeah, totally cool, makes sense, as opposed to everyone, you know, showing up and then you kind of doing that and then them being like, oh, you know, are they interested? I don't know, it's hard to tell. But it's like, I'm totally on board, just a little shy, so I'm gonna be quiet, but I'm happy to be here and I'm getting what I want out of it. And I find that people are much more accepting of that because you came in, you know, setting your expectations. And I would hope that I would go as far to say as the people you are playing with should respect that and know that you're having your own version of a good time, and that's good in my opinion. And if, you know, you ever feel like sticking your head out, then you can. You like D&D jazz a little bit, yeah. Some people want to be the secondary character, not the main character. Absolutely, right? And it's all about how it meshes. Lucky the DM let us have fun but kept us structured enough where it wasn't just a clusterfuck every time. Made for a great time. Absolutely, yeah. The DM's a bit of a conductor that way as well. Huh. Dr. Cannon! I gotta write these out. I'm gonna have a little writing sesh at the end of the stream. I don't know if I'll still be on stream because I don't want you guys to see the bottom of my head for 30 minutes. But thank you for being a golden waffle for 28 months. Just saying, I'd love to play some Overwatch 2 with you guys. Yeah, I tried a bit of Overwatch 2. Actually, I want to say that I like Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 was fun to play. There was nothing that was too about Overwatch that I liked. I guess I could say that I had fun playing Overwatch again. I do think that the five team structure is a lot better. I enjoyed it a lot more as a support main, personally. Remember when we did one time Overwatch stream? Maybe. Yeah, I remember we had that awful music playing. So embarrassing. Never forget that. Yeah, I tried to do like a Monster Cat thing and the playlist went off and it was just some weird freaking... I remember Overwatch Discord nights. Oh yeah. Steep curve with the rewards and stuff. Yeah, like, I mean, the most, like, the two about the Overwatch is the monetization strategies were changing, and like, I don't know, I don't care about any of that as long as I can, like, play the heroes I want to play. It's cool that the skins I had originally were still there. You only watch stream you sleeping. A stream of only your head is nothing in comparison. I think sleep streams are fun because I think chat makes them fun for the most time. Especially if you do some interactions. You guys can disrupt my sleep.
Clay, I love you, you beautiful bearded man, you swoon.
Oh,
Heart.
Matt. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Oh, thanks. No, you. And congrats on the shiny Cinnabon Bomb. Good luck! But yeah. So I hope that's... Yeah, so D&D, not an impossibility. Probably something that I make a little more complicated than it needs to be in my head for streaming. Yeah, I want to get back on our feet, and that's also part of the reason why we're changing the schedule a bit, is to leave opportunities for things like, you know, anime watches together. I heard that Twitch has something, I don't know if it's with Crunchyroll, where we could watch stuff together. Even if we couldn't do that, I wouldn't mind syncing it up on YouTube. So like, you know, anime watches, discussions, on stream, D&D. That's why we want to do one game a week instead of 2 for a bit longer. So a similar amount of game time, and then just, you know, a little more time to experiment with things like that. Still gotta watch Tokyo Revengers? Yeah. Oh. Did Gart get anime watching on Twitch? I thought I heard something about it. I could be wrong, though. But yeah. Maddie! I keep forgetting I have these. Lost track on how long I've been a member, but I appreciate you all so much. Aw, thanks, Maddie. And according to this, it's 22 months, but I think you've been around a lot longer. A lot of good anime from this year. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. So much to talk about. Remember when we watched Danganronpa and No Game, No Life together for a long ass streams? Yeah, Zero. That was insane. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever forget that, because I really didn't think anyone would show up to the Danganronpa watch. And I just remember it was insane. Like we were planning to share it over like I think it was watch together or something, and the rooms just got absolutely crashed. It was crazy, so we had to have like the timer and the thing, and we just weren't prepared for the volume at the time. Like, we still weren't doing it full time at that point. Oh, Blue Lock was real until they lost yesterday. Oh no! Yeah, I heard they were doing really well. I like sports anime. I've been watching Blue Lock. I enjoy it. I hope there's a new episode.
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
Took me 20 years to get a shiny, and you were here to witness IT chat. I love you all.
Hey, Cinnabonbon, congrats. Which one did you get? And I assume in Scarlet or Violet? That's awesome. Congratulations. Megs! Oh, hi again. Glad to be here as always. Hugs, Clay Chat, and Yenny off in the distance. Good to talk, or good talk. Thanks, Megs. It's nice having you here. Dang, and 51 months is a golden waffle. It's amazing. Thank you. Danganronpa anime wasn't that good. Sorry, the original Danganronpa, I don't even know if I've seen all of it. Yeah, no, we watched Danganronpa 3. It was the sequel one though. And I remember loving it. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember being like campy as all hell, and silly and fun, and way over the top, as I believe Danganronpa should be. So I enjoyed that a lot. When do you guys start getting people coming to your streams? You start with 0 viewers and just did whatever, like games? Yeah, it's a whole long story, Quill. We've talked about it a little bit in the past, but the long and short of it was, yeah, we started doing edited videos, just random games. 0 viewers, the whole thing. And the videos got very few views, as most do when you start on YouTube, and we put way too much effort into them. And then live on YouTube was new, so we tried that out, and like there were just a couple, like 3-4 people watching, but it was really fun to just have that instant feedback and to have people there and just to do things, and so that was cool. And then we started streaming different games, and yeah. Did you hand out flyers in the streets of Canada? No, not quite. Yeah, and then I believe it was Apple Friend, because we used to do a thing where you could suggest a game for us to play by like trading in the equivalent of waffles. It might have still been waffles even as far that back, the chat currency. And they suggested Danganronpa, and we played that, and a lot of people showed up, and that's kind of where things took off. And then I think we did Persona 5 after that, and Kingdom Hearts, and all sorts of really fun things. I found you guys in the YouTube recommendations because of Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, nice. Yeah, YouTube's been a nice platform to us, and of course, you know, like you guys. You guys have been great to us, and I'm glad that YouTube facilitated that, because I personally believe that if we just, you know, wanted to stream and start streaming on Twitch, like I want to say most people who want to stream do, I don't think we would have gotten anywhere. Finding the Somnium Files? Yeah. That was a good game. I'm glad, Maddie. Remember when live streams used to be a part of YouTube Gaming? Yeah, the YouTube Gaming separate website. That was fun. How you guys in the pandemic? I was looking at Fire Emblem Three Houses stuff. Nice. Oh, until Final Fantasy 6, Tony. Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 6. I'm glad I got to play it with you guys. Yeah, Persona 4 was another big one too. That was a surprise one. Sorry. Oh yeah, no, I have it on the full screen. Okay. Later, Bimo. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going for too much longer. Sorry, I know I've had this question thing up for a while. Oh, I don't know if that's real. That's amazing. Somehow the bot left a question on in the questions tab. I did not know they could do that. That's amazing. Okay, I can ban them there, I think. Any games you play in the channel that if you could play zero knowledge of, like a zero knowledge second playthrough? Played on the channel. I know they exist. It's a tough one, and it's like whether it be a series or like a single game, you know? Yeah, it's hard. I mean, like Final Fantasy X was really good. Yeah, Danganronpa was a blast. Like, I mean, I think that because obviously different games have different replay value. I think that Danganronpa is a series that has almost no replay value. Sadly, like for, you know, a single person to play it again. Not saying anything wrong with that, because I know some people do replay it. But yeah, you guys can feel free to answer that question as well. But I would probably say Danganronpa. I would love to play those again with zero knowledge, and I feel like I would get the most out of the memory erasure. Whoop. How is that God of War game? Very good, O'Shea. At this point, none of y'all are allowed in my house for my dad's lasagna. Okay, Wildcard, but what if your dad made 2 lasagnas? Is it cool at that point? Thanks. Oh, remember in Ace Attorney when you said you would dye your hair if you reached a certain number of members? Because I do, and we reached it. Honey, any plans for that? Wow, Anonymous. Interesting. I don't recall this. I'm not saying I didn't say it, because I probably did. And, yeah? Did I say which color, or did I just say a color? I guess I could go, like, ninja blue, and then everyone can assume that I went to the ninja school of streaming. Your boss found the lasagna debate very entertaining. I'm glad. And by the way, Dustkeeper, thanks again for the butt crack Funguar ad. That was really, really funny. I went back and watched it a couple times, and yeah, because you did the voiceover, or someone did the voiceover, I assume. Or was it like no? It couldn't have been an AI, because it was good. But no, I appreciate that. It was really good. Clay with the ash gray, pink. I wouldn't mind pink. My hair is a bit difficult to dye because it is quite dark. It's not quite black, but it's like a very dark brown. What's this ninja you're talking about? Don't you mean Hero? Okay, this is the first moment of that. Did Ninja change their name? But I guess we do like a vote for a color. I wouldn't mind letting you guys decide. Oh, it was text to speech over the video. Damn, Dust. It's getting good. That's getting good. Like, honestly, it sounded very official. It'll be a process to, for sure, dye your hair anything brighter. Yeah, or at least properly. I mean, I guess the objective here is to... the objective is the journey of dyeing the hair. I guess the result isn't too bad, like too important. So we'll definitely do our best, though. I would probably want to get it, nuke my hair at home, because I also take medication to staunch my hair loss, and I've only got so many left here, you know. So if you guys killed the remainder of my hair, I swear. No, I would deal with it. stream this process. Yeah, I'd have to ask the hair place if they'd be okay, because I would want to stream it, but I also would want to do it myself. Maybe I have friends that are good at dyeing hair. I'd have to ask. A YouTuber I follow replaced their co-host voice with AI speech, and nobody from the 1.2 million viewers to the co-host himself recognized the AI speaking. That's incredible, Zero. Yeah, it's getting scary, AI and whatnot. You know, the whole thing happening with AI art and whatnot. That's something we could talk about one day. It's too long of a conversation for today, but just have Yanni do it? No. No. I have black hair. My colorist did not want to give me rose gold dye because she told me that my hair would fall out with the amount of bleaching required. Kind of what I'm afraid of, for sure. That's the kind of advice we need to hear, you know? Yeah, send that video too, yeah. Remember when Yanni wanted to do haircuts on stream? We cut Yanni's hair on stream that one time. But Yanni's been doing Yanni's own hair. Cleans a lot of bleach, yeah. I used to bleach my hair when I was in like elementary, middle school. Thank you for that, Anonymous. And to be determined. I will keep you updated on that one. I think I need to go the holidays with my natural hair color though. And then we can figure out the new year. Pokemon Scarlet. I talked about Pokemon. I want to play a Pokemon in the new year. Might not be Scarlet, might be Black and White. Probably Black and White. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a vote. Oh, that's sweet wild card. Actual question. What's something that made you happy / laugh recently? You can answer this too if you want, chat. Oof. Things do exist and have happened, believe me. I'm just trying to like think of one specifically. I would definitely say Brock from God of War Ragnarok and God of War. Brock makes me laugh. Brock makes me cry. Brock makes me feel good. And Johnny says your God of War stream from today made me laugh. Nice. Right? Me too. Yeah, the chat loves Brock. Brock, best girl, for sure. Oh! But, yeah, there have definitely been Brock and roll, baby. Yeah. I appreciate the Brock stream today. You could say that I'm a fierce Brock ally. Which makes a lot less sense when I'm not in a giant broccoli suit, but, you know, use your imagination. Any plans for Tales of Arise next year? Hopefully, Christian. I really do want to play that game. With the new format, we'll see what's going on. The School of Brock. I would watch that movie, Quill, or I would go to that school. Brock is great, right? RK, Zero asks, favorite Fate series servant? Oh man. That's tough. It's been so long since I watched them. Like, I remember having favorites. I'm like, who was I rooting for? I don't even think I finished Fate Extra, but Nero's obviously great. And I mean, you know, Alexander the Great from Zero is just amazing. Watch Heaven's Feel 3, I should. Honestly, that's something I really want to do. I enjoy the anime movies. Very quickly, what song is this? This question has plagued me for months. So it's we're listening to OC Remix's Winter playlist, and the song is End the Stream. It's from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Ice Capped, the Ice Cap Zone by MK Vath. OC Remix number 240. This is an old one from 13 years ago with 69,000 views. Nice. Yeah. Also, Gilgamesh is an asshole. Not that I like him specifically, but I think he's funny as all hell. Very entertaining. So if Stray wins, we get cat cosplay, right? Not exactly cat cosplay. I'm going to don some cat ears. I'm going to meow around like a little cat, and I'm going to eat some cat treats. Gilgamesh Caster is one of the best servants. Oh, really? Gilgamesh is an asshole, and I like him. It's just the audacity. Oh. Hey, Vaniel. No problem at all. Happy to have you here. And hello. How are you? Put me on a leash. I don't know if I have one around, but we could probably make something. I'm always afraid to, like, you know, just tie a rope around my neck because I think that's dangerous in general. But if I had like a silly collar or something, I'm wondering if I do. I'm trying to think. But yeah. When you started out streaming, do you have any expectations or hopes for the channel, or is it something you and Tom as a potential hobby? That's a tough question. Like, when we started streaming, like, the goal was to always find an audience and to entertain. Like, it wouldn't have been enough to just, like, stream what we wanted to stream, even if no one was watching that, you know? It was like, the games we were playing and what we were doing was secondary to kind of, like, creating a show, you know? If that makes a sense, or something worth watching, at least. And then that evolved, and luckily we were able to play some games that are some of my favorites. Caught the weebs, yeah. I mean, and like, I think I'm a more chill weeb these days. I was a bit more of a, my weeb burned brighter back then. Road to 100,000 subscribers, yeah, hopefully someday. It's a slow roll, but 80 likes on the stream. We didn't even chill for them. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm intrigued to know what made you and Tom be like, hey, want to try streaming? Yeah, it was pretty silly. The honest answer is partially ADHD, because I was working for an insurance company, and like I watched some YouTube, not a lot. Also, YouTube was a bit younger back then, like 2013 or whatever it was. And I had a friend who was in HR and was bouncing around companies, and she called me and was like, hey, I'm working for this company that does YouTube stuff. Do you have any interest in that? And I was like, meh. And they were like, it's kind of like a startup-y kind of thing, so you can come check it out. And I was like, well, the job I have is really cushy. I could have died there. It was a unionized job, and I think union jobs are amazing if you can get yourself in a union job, or if your job is unionizing. I personally highly recommend it from my experience. Because yeah, working with a union and working without a union, it was night and day. It was crazy. And the working conditions were way better with the union. That's a tangent. Back on track. And so, yeah, we were already doing really stupid shit with gaming, and mostly getting really, really drunk, which we tried to do with our initial streams, but pretty quickly scrapped that because it was just messy. And I'm giving you like the really short version here. So yeah, so we were kind of like, oh, what if we could just have this fun, like, you know, well, not even on stream initially, in a video, and make something out of it. Because Tom was acting and pursuing a career as an actor at the time. And of course, Tom was my childhood friend from earlier. So it was a really interesting mesh of our two passions, as it was, where like I was really into gaming and Tom did game, but was not like as into gaming as I am, let's say. And I think he would admit that. And so then we were able to, you know, is Tom still an actor? Technically, yeah, he's not acting actively right now. But yeah, and then of course, and my old job was where we met Yanni. And Yanni was, you know, had really interesting skill sets in graphic design and, you know, internet culture and things that I didn't even have, of course. And so we meshed. And then there were actually two others that started as well who didn't last very long, because streaming's a really difficult thing. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of commitment. Like, yeah, I canceled a lot of plans. I lost quite a few friends. Like, not exactly lost. I just lost touch with, which is also just natural. Wasn't there a moment where you guys like, should we tone down the swearing and spoilers for other games? Yeah, absolutely. A total, you know, evolution. We did a Mario Kart video, whichever Mario Kart was on the Wii U, I think. Yeah, we tallied up all the swear words, and there were a lot of swear words. Because again, that was, it's a whole long conversation, but yeah, it's just, that was the humor. And it's funny, like watching yourself back or listening to yourself back and being like, I don't really like the way that looks or sounds. I remember Clay spoiling Danganronpa in the first stream of P5. Yeah, a little, and then we got spoiled by it again by watching the first stream later on. Yeah, I apologize for that. Maybe I should cut the audio out on that. I don't know. But yes, definitely. Again, like, I guess people do write guides for streaming nowadays, but no matter what, it's a journey that you evolve and do better on, and I think it's better that way. Also, I do think that spoiler culture is much more, like, big these days, if that makes sense. Like, people care a lot more about spoilers than they used to, and maybe that's just my own perception, because obviously I hadn't played Danganronpa and I hadn't been on the internet a lot. Anyways, doesn't matter. And so, yeah, it was always just to make something was the goal. Now, thumbnails spoil me. It's crazy, yo. Yeah, nuts. And it's a difficult hustle, you know, because the shitty thing is I don't know the exact numbers on it, but I have to assume that people are rewarded for spoiling, even though it sucks, you know, like they get more views kind of thing, which is, I assume, why it happens, which sucks. We try not to do it, but, you know, doing that's something, mate. Thumbnails and titles, yeah. Yep. Every day I thank Nanny for not putting spoilers in the thumbnails. Yeah. Try our best. It's a very, you know, difficult battle to make an engaging thumbnail and title without spoiling it, spoiling things. Vastly depends on the person. I've seen channels with much stricter guidelines towards spoilers, less strict. Me, who generally couldn't care less about spoilers / backseats. Yeah, it depends, you know. Like in real life, especially like when someone's talking about something, and again, it's like communication, just lessons in communication. I ask myself, like, am I ever going to watch this? Probably not. Like, go nuts. Tell me about it. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what happens. You know, it doesn't matter. And that's fun. But if it's like, I'm probably gonna watch that, you know, then it's like, sorry. And then it's more of a, you know, conversation. Hey Hayden, how are you? But whoop. I was making good progress on those. Oh, playing a Yakuza Kiwami, one of the thumbnails on it. Oh, there's a good Nyanny edit. It turned out to be the actual scene in the game. Yeah, those games are pretty wild. I will say there are some edits for sure. Who's going to win Game of the Years and why is it Stray? No. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Are you festive enough to be Santa Claus at December 6th? I suppose I could. I might Santa hat somewhere. Thanks, Dust. TikTok when? I think you mean YouTube Shorts when. Shorts are fun and easy to wear. On Yuzuki, we've talked about Pokemon, and PK Man, we talked Pokemon maybe next year. Favorite element on the periodic table? This is for work and no cheating. I guess it's like which ones could I name? I'm pretty sure potassium is K, and that's a fun one. I don't know what number it is, but I just like K. And then of course gold, which is AU, I think is also a fun one. I can't remember what sodium is. Sodium's a good one too. But yeah, I don't know why. Boron. Boron's a good one. Carbon's your fave. Nice. Easiest flerovium of my life. Ah, that's nice, Hera. NA is sodium, I think. After the League of Legends Worlds last year, it sure is. Or this year, I guess. Okay, for those who know, that's a pretty good one because North America got stomped. Okay, come on. Because NA... Oh, that was the joke. It's not actually NA. It's not NA. It's every year? It's every year? Okay, you know better than I do. I'm sorry. I tried my best. I just embarrassed myself. What is sodium? Well, we were on the same page. I got your joke before the punchline even came. MN for magnesium. Manga. Oh, manganesium. If you join the stream right now, you could easily think y'all are talking about No Man's Sky with these periodic table discussions. Oh yeah, that has something to do with it, doesn't it, Trinity? Yeah, it's another silly thing. I'm glad that No Man's Sky ended up being an okay game. I haven't played it, but I've heard it's much improved. But it does suck when shitty games come out and they're like, No Man's Sky became a good game. It's like, it doesn't make it better. But yeah. Does Clay watch the World Cup? Honestly, Nyron, I don't know how to watch the World Cup. I hear about the World Cup. Some of my friends are into soccer and they talk about it a bit. Oh, NA is actually sodium? Excellent. Solid joke, Zero. Solid joke. All of my news of the World Cup comes from Twitter. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't say that I have any special interest in soccer. And I did actually I didn't see all of it. I saw quite a bit of the FIFA corruption special on Netflix. And that's messed up. The whole thing is messed up. It's crazy. So yeah, if you want to wonder how we got to this, or want to know how we got to this point, you can watch that. It's a little upsetting. And I don't even care about soccer. You know, I can't imagine what it's like for people who actually are invested in soccer. But yeah, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is soccer as a concept and a sport. I combined soccer and sport into one word for some reason, which became, anyways. Oh, Tony, I think a lot more people died than that, which is messed up. So yeah, my point is, soccer as a game concept and sport, cool. I think FIFA can go away. Can play Roblox. Can as an organization commit boom. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it sucks, and yeah. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if FIFA's better now, but boo. Oh, main character from Yakuza 7 mode by the Dragon Quest series. I feel like Dragon Quest has already been referenced in Yakuza. Thanks, Yurko. Out of all the Persona games I've played, which has been my favorite? It's tough. It's tough because I like different aspects of them for different reasons. I mean, I would say as a total package, probably Persona 5 Royal, especially because of my first one. But I still think that Persona 3 and Persona 4 are very special games. And I think that, you know, I think all of the casts are super likable. But I do think that Persona 5 Royal was a really fantastic package of a game. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag previously sponsored. Hashtag, you know what I mean. Definitely more of a reference than Yakuza 7. Cool. What's your favorite Persona game? Answer SMT5. SMT5 was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building the Nahobino. But thanks, Alice. New Pokemon game yet? We answered that. Am I really 5 years old? No. I am several 5 years olds inside a robot. Who's your favorite character from each house in Fire Emblem 3 Houses? I wonder if we ever went over this. And it's tough, but if I had to like answer it off of instinct, I would probably say Ingrid from Blue Lions. I would probably say, I had a moment where I was like, which house is Lysithea from? Because Lysithea was in every house. But Lysithea's in Golden Deer. Officially, I'm pretty sure. I would say Flane was my favorite church character, of course. I don't know, Dorothea? I would maybe Edelgard from the Eagles. We dodged murking her and I'm distraught over it. Yeah. Yeah, because I like Mercedes a lot. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Hilda. I'm gonna go with Hilda over Lysithia. Flame's probably my favorite all around. Absolutely, I think Flame's probably my favorite too. Flame with a massive axe. Can't go wrong. What's my favorite color? I like blue and purple. I kind of go back and forth. I like the darker, like a is it just royal blue? Not quite navy, you know, brighter than navy. Like a deep, vibrant blue. You know, kind of like, this is kind of pastel-y, but you know. And then like a regal purple. I like rich colors. Thanks, Charmsy. Tactics Ogre Reborn. I'll probably play that game my own time. And Sheena, I answered your D&D question. Rip Horizon. Should have picked a better year to release every year, Sinna. DQ11 get to see the live day? Maybe next year, Takeshi. Maybe next year. Came back to him in 5 months. You say it's on par with Persona for you? That's amazing. Yeah, they seem like really charming games, Takeshi. Poor Horizon. Will I ever grow out my beard again? Probably not. It's too much. It's too much. And it honestly, it looks better on camera than it does in real life, if I'm being honest. If there were 2 guys on the moon and one of them killed the other with a rock, would that be fucked up or what? I feel like that's a reference to something. I don't know. I guess it depends on the context of it all. I mean, was it self-defense? I guess no matter what, someone died in the moon. That's pretty fucked up. Woo. Oh, hey, Zero. Any subathon goals in mind? What do you mean by that? I might not. Stole my meme reference. It was Hera, I believe. I don't know that one. Consider the snail. Oh my god. But yeah, what do you mean subathon goal, Zero? We gotta figure it out. Oh, Grant. It's a weird one. Would you say that's the best indie game you played on PS5? And are there any you'd recommend? Oh, that's tough, Grant. I play most of my indie games on PC. I like only fire up the PS5 for things, so I'd have to see what's cross-platform. Chat might be able to answer better on that one. It also depends on what kind of like indie games you're looking for too, because it's such a broad genre. Like most of the like indie games that I play are like management sims and stuff like that. But yeah, I wish I could answer that question better, but I cannot. I don't know if Hollow Knight qualifies as an indie game, but that's probably the one that I played the most on PS5. I booted it up to try it out for a bit, and it's a fun game a while back. There's so many good indie games out there. Yeah, Steam on PC is where I kind of like shop for my indie games. I don't know if Dwarf Fortress is technically an indie game. Pretty sure it is, but that's the indie game I'm going to check out next. So, sub goals are basically things you do for a certain amount of subs, like say 20 subs at cosplay streams, 40 subs for a giveaway. Dang, cool. I think we would have to figure that out together. There's a lot of good options. Because, you know, I don't think we cosplay enough on this channel. I think that's the truth. So yeah, I'd have to ask you guys. I think that could be a lot of fun. I think a cosplay stream could be one. We could always bring back the silly challenges that we had and whatnot. But yeah, it depends on what you guys would want. I'd have to do some research on it too to see what other people are doing and draw a bit of inspiration. One-off streams of really funny games. Yeah, we could play Honey Pop somewhere. I know you guys have wanted to see that. I just don't know where we'd play it. Create a separate YouTube channel just to play Honey Pop. No cam, voice changers. Oh, yeah, well, you modded with a bunch of subathons already? Nice, I appreciate that. Oh, karaoke. Oh, God, I want to do a karaoke stream so bad. It's tough with the sore throats right now, but... Hatoful Boyfriend. Yeah, we got to finish that. Oh, it is a Christmas game. Oh, God. I'm running out of time. Dame dane, dame yo, dame nano yo. But yeah, sorry, Grant. Wish I could be more help on that one. We're looking forward to most in Final Fantasy 16. Sorry for the disaster rate. No, it wasn't. I'm because like I played Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, so context. Yoshi P, I believe, is the producer of Final Fantasy 16. And so I played Final Fantasy 14, the original, and then kind of went on Yoshi P's wild ride into Final Fantasy 14 Where I'm Reborn. I don't really play anymore. I pop in every now and again. I'd love to play it, but it's just time. So I'm most excited to see kind of Yoshi P's take on a mainline Final Fantasy game. But if that wasn't what you were looking for, and most, like, if you want to make it about the game, I'm really excited to, like, it's the world. Because like I really like Final Fantasy Tactics and the way the world is set up, in this kind of like, for lack of a better word, medieval high fantasy-ish setting. I'm really excited to see the world that has been created that way, because I think it's a cool return to high fantasy after, you know, 15's kind of future-esque scene, and 14 being an MMO, and 13 also being very, you know, future-esque. So I don't think we've been in this setting since 12, which I actually didn't even play. Sad. Better be Yakuza karaoke in there. I'm gonna drive to Vancouver out of spite to make me. Oh, okay. I mean, joke's on you. What if I want you here? Huh? What then? Switch Lite, the same one you won from the raffle from a while ago, has unfortunately had its screen stop working. No! It's just a black screen. I'm sorry to hear that, Yuzuki. I don't know what the warranties are like on that, and I don't know how long ago it was. But if you need a receipt or something, or a proof of purchase, if that helps. I don't know if I included it, because like they're serial numbered. Anyways, if I can help in any way, let me know. I don't know what we can do, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. British pirate, very alluring voice. I hear he's the leading man. Oh God, Fran. Yeah, I don't know 12, but I know Fran. Will I play another Tales game? Absolutely. I think the next one will be Rise. I really want to play it, and I won't play it without you, Dr. Cannon. Who's your favorite VTuber aside from Yenny? Ooh, that's a spoiler. You'll find out one day when we figure it out. Least favorite video game protagonist. Oh God. Would you count Ota from The Somnium Files, the first one, as a protagonist? T-Luff Man, thank you, and thanks, Skips. Steam is giving away, Sputnik, Steam Deck every minute of the Game Awards. You think about getting one? I'm thinking of definitely entering that raffle. I can't justify the purchase myself, though, because I don't leave the house enough. Personally. But I think the Steam Deck is really cool, and I've tried to justify it to myself, and I can't, but I'm trying. I don't think Ota should count. Like a full-on protagonist, eh? Do you think there will be new content in Crisis Core Reunion? Tough. It also depends on what you like define as content, because like story content, I think there's a surprise in there. Do I think the Steam Deck will have a sale / go down in price next year? Probably not, Octo. I know on the lowest model, I think they're losing money still. And they're selling very well, so I can't imagine the motivation, but maybe. I don't know. I would say unlikely, not impossible. Tell us, Clayward, so we can tell you you're wrong. I don't know. Like, what was the question again? Least favorite video game protagonist. It's tough. Like, especially like if we're just talking about like specifically a main protagonist. I would probably say my Bong from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. No, I'm kidding. Although Link is a jerk. I bet it's Titus. No, I like Titus. I mean, Titus is fine. But yeah, Titus was just kind of lost. Understandably. The stray protag. Hey, Lovey. Is waiting vote for my early suggestion. You mean no stray roads? Or sorry, not no straight roads. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Maybe things are just a bit of a mess right now and we're changing the schedule. We will have more time for games like Sayonara Wild Hearts when we do a single game a week. So maybe then. But yeah, we will have more time for different games, especially short games like Sayonara Wild Hearts. So yeah. But yeah, for protagonist, maybe Lightning. From Final Fantasy 13. I haven't played Final Fantasy 13 in a long time, but I do remember. I remember just Lightning being not the strongest part of the narrative and stuff. You know, like I didn't hate Lightning or anything. It's just I didn't. You know, I was like, eh. A favorite Christmas present I've received. Oh God, that's a tough one. It's been a while, yeah, because my family, we kind of stopped doing gifts. We just kind of like do a dinner and hang out and stuff. I remember I got Final Fantasy X too as a Christmas present that I'd asked for, and I hadn't played Final Fantasy X, which is silly. I'll never forget that. That was weird. Go me. I don't know. I don't know. The Dress Spheres, something about 10 too. I was just like, yeah, I want to play that game and I don't care to play Final Fantasy 10. Which is odd, but hey, whatever. If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself? I don't know if I would need to be starving. So yes. Probably. Definitely. Better question, where would I start? Probably my thighs. Do hot dogs have thighs? Can hot dogs even eat hot dogs? Yeah, I didn't mind Squall. Squall was pretty funny. Can Chad have some bonus waffles? Oh, Greg. Ah, there you go, Greg. I gotta stop supporting this habit. Unpopular opinion, I love 10-2's opening. It's bonkers. Yeah, it was great. We enjoyed it a lot. I also think the music in 10-2... Actually, the music in 10 is great in general. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side, Spubby. Would you play Toontown with Yenny and chat on a random stream, even just once? I don't know what Toontown is. Is it like a werewolf kind of game? Reach 69k waffles. Did we get those? Sure. I can do that. Have I seen the Last of Us trailer? And if so, what do you think? I haven't yet. It's something I'd like to watch with you guys. But I'm pretty excited for it. I don't really have any, like, large expectations for it. But yeah, I think it's really cool. How's Tom doing? He's pretty good. He's traveling somewhere. I actually don't know where or why. I haven't been able to talk to him too much since I've been sick. But I know he's doing well in general. Actually, I should bring... Oh, I can't bring it. Actually, I'll bring this over here. So I'm not looking away from you guys much. Is there still a chance you guys playing Say No More? Yeah, I'd say so. I'd like to play it. Games that pleasantly surprised you the most? Oh, that's tough. Dirge of Cerberus. Yeah, I would say Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus. I'd heard it was such a terrible, terrible game. And, like, gameplay-wise, I didn't even think it was that bad. And it was so funny. I laughed. I laughed quite a bit. Any chance of Ori and the Blind Forest or Ori and the Will of the Wisps? Not right away, but maybe. Tom actually played that game on stream a long time ago with his mom, I believe, which was very cute. Speaking of which, when are you gonna play every version of Skyrim? Not a serious question. I would like to play a version of Skyrim. It seems like such a silly game, and it seems like I don't know a lot about it, but it seems like you can build like really cool characters with it. So I would like to give that a try. I'm just trying to... we're actually almost done these questions, so I want to get through these, get some waffles, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the night. While you're sleeping during your subathon, maybe you could put a little mini cam on the cats. Would only work if they're super active when you're sleeping. Put the freeloaders to work. Thanks, Paper Doll. They're super cute. Nia slept with me most of the night. I woke up in the morning like early and she was still hanging out there, but I caught them cuddling on my bed a couple nights ago too, which is cute. Do I Dragon Age? It was Nanny, I think, that didn't like Dragon Age at some point. I played one Dragon Age and I thought it was pretty okay. I've heard the later ones get a little messy, but I think I played the first or second Dragon Age a long time ago, and I remember liking it. I thought it was really cool. Do you think we'll see Sustain 7 Rebirth? Probably not. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Trials of Cold Steel? Great JRPG with world building. Yeah, I've actually played a bit on my Vita. I think they're really cool games. I don't know if I'd ever stream them, but I like them. I haven't finished the first one. I did finish Trails in the Sky, the first, and I haven't finished the second yet. But yeah, Vita, good console. Oh no! Oh no! Undo. Did not mean to ban you. Sorry, Alex Trick. If your messages aren't going through, let me know. I've unbanned you. But this thing is weird. Okay, good. You are unbanned. Just gonna delete that message. Oh, hello, Victor. You're good looking too. On what platform are you playing? P on PC? PS5? Switch? It'd be PC, because I think I want to randomize it if I can. So late, so apologies if this has been asked for any reason, but favorite pizza topping? It's pretty rare that I eat a pizza without cheese. So I would say cheese. And if that's cheating, I think is it provolone cheese that's really good? What would a randomizer do for P3P? I'd have to look into that, but typically it's like the personas you would encounter in battle and whatnot would be randomized to make it a little more spicy. I don't know, so we'd have to see, because I know randomized things or games are a thing, so we have to see what we'd have to do, what we could do. Talking pizza, like Meat Lovers, like a degenerate. I think Meat Lovers is pretty good. I think my go-to toppings though. One that surprised me recently is tomato. Like tomato chunks. I think they're really, really yummy. I had to be a little adventurous with some vegetarians. I also think it's hard to, I don't know the correct pronunciation, but capicoli? I don't know. The spicy, it's like a spicy salami almost. I think that's quite delicious. Also, one of my go-tos is like, because I usually get like a 2 or 3 topping special where it's like cheaper, because yeah, pizza's a value proposition for me. I got to get the most value on my pizza, so I always get the coupons. But ground beef and onion is a really good 2-topping thing. But I also really just like doing like a 3 cheese kind of thing. I think they're really, really yummy, like a provolone. But yeah, margarita pizzas, yeah, those are good. Yeah, I was really skeptical about like chunks of tomato, but they just were really good. I enjoyed them. They felt like they belonged there. And also I will eat pineapple on pizza. I don't mind it. It's not my like first go-to. But if there's like a pineapple pizza in a group, I will definitely have a slice. I think it's almost like a dessert pizza, you know? When you get like the spicy and the savory, it's nice to have the sweet as well, which is the versatility of pizza, I suppose. Oh, fresh basil? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like the tomato sauce is something I think that is not given enough thought. So if you find a restaurant that has a really nice, like, you know, marinara or whatever they use under there, like good spices and basil and things, it's so good. Tomatoes not for everyone? No. What's the game plan for next year as Zoze approaches? All sorts of things, Tempest. New schedules, new different types of streams, better health, you know? Yeah, I think, you know, like, I haven't been nearly as sick as Nyanny, and I'm done with being sick, you know? So I think Nyanny wants to be healthy and having fun. When's next cooking stream? That's a good question, Anthony. I would like to do another one. So I would say sometime in the future, but we gotta figure things out. There's the changes we want to make first, and then we're gonna expand from there. And I hope that you guys can kind of hang out and be a part of that. But we're definitely gonna do a New Year's stream, so that'd be really fun. What's the channel schedule after God of War Mother 3? Trinity, yeah, that's something we talked about earlier. It's gonna be probably a new schedule. Just gonna do one game, and we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. Call it Reunion. Quill, you're never leaving? I appreciate that. However, you know, yeah. I know you say never, but if we're really awful, you're allowed to leave. Cookie pizza at your old college cafeteria? Cool. What time slot? We'll start the usual time. We might even start at 12 or 12:15, and we'll stream for like 3 to 4 hours. Somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. I would like to stream for at least 3 hours, 4 days a week. And again, you got to take everything here with a grain of salt. General idea is going to happen, but the details might change. But I'm probably like Sunday to Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll do something different and fun. Never. Here till you're 80? Well, I mean, we're happy to have you. Would a POV cam be a good idea for the cooking stream? Yeah, I'd like to try it. I thought it was pretty silly fun. You know, doing the old... was it How To Basic? Well, it was the guy with the hands on the camera. So yeah, I mean, if we could do a better version of that, I think that would be really cool. It was nice having 2 free hands and a camera on. But yeah, we used to do more outdoor streams. I like to do it again. Got a decent phone for it. Cooking stream is a common sub goal. Oh, no way. I mean, I'd be happy to do that. That's a good idea. It's all coming together. So yeah, we could totally do a cooking stream as a sub goal. So I hope that answers your question, Trinity. Random question. When you listen to a song and they refer to a you in it, do you think they're talking about you or someone else? Example, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. That's really funny. I've never thought about that. Definitely 110% someone else. Yeah. I've never actually thought that a song was about me now that I think about it. I've never really given this any thought. Except for that one song. I don't know who sings it, but it was on the radio at some point where they would say, you know, I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? And I was like, yes, I do. Has it started snowing here? Yes, it has. But yeah, Maddie, I would say always someone else. I would say something else. Except for that one song. Who sings it? Where it goes, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I always thought they were singing about me at that one. Well, how's your big fat juicy Kardashian ass feeling this year? Actually a little sore. I've been sitting in a weird position, so it's been James Blunt. Thank you. I fucking hate that song. What? Charmsy, come on. You're beautiful. It's true. Saw your face. Crowded place. Don't know what to do. Sorry if I missed this. Did you see the newest Last of Us? Oh no. I answered that, Charmsy. Sorry it took me so long. It's been a ride. Chrono Cross Remaster sometime next year? I'm gonna give you like a low maybe. I'm interested in it, but there's a pretty big backlog, and it's not at the front of that backlog, so you could have a little hope, but I wouldn't have any expectations, if that makes any sense. Oh, the Weird Al parody? You're pitiful? I've never heard that. I want to hear that now. Resident Evil 8 when? You know what? That's before Halloween of next year, I would say. Wait. Yeah, because I think we want to play 8 before the 4 remake. I don't know. Favorite plant or flower? Weed doesn't count. I'm actually not a huge fan of weed in general. I mean, wheatgrass is pretty great. Catgrass, it's like all been growing. It's a bit of fun. I really like thyme. It's one of the only things that I've had like slight success cultivating. Also, rosemary is really nice. I do like spices. Basil's a fun one. I would say thyme if I had to answer. I think thyme is delicious and I think it's pretty. So yeah. Favorite? Oh yeah. Would I ever do a 24-hour stream? I have, and I will never do it again. I would say my stream limit is probably around 12 hours at this point. I could do 12 hours and not hate myself. You know? Grow those in your garden, so versatile, right? It's delicious. It's also, I don't know, there's something really satisfying about being like, ooh, I need some time for the beef. Because I like time on beef, and you just kind of go outside and you go... 12 hours is still insane. Yeah, it's still long. Like, I couldn't do 12 hours every day, but for an event or something, I could do 12 hours, and I would be very tired the next day. I'd be tired during that stream, but I would agree to do it. But thanks, Fabian. What's my favorite Nyanny moment? Oh, man. Oh, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, the one that still haunts my dreams is we're gonna take his keys and then fuck his wife. As a sassy goose. I feel like that's a pretty iconic Nyanny moment, if you will. Off stream, I'd have to think about that. Nyanny saying treasure this memory. That was Michael Caine. Yeah. What's the longest I've stayed up without sleep? I would say like pretty little over 24 hours, like 25, 26. Yeah, I did a 24-hour stream in an office one time, and I went home and I slept. And I slept. And I slept. First time hearing the selfie impression? Yeah, that was super iconic as well. Very fun. Nyanny going on a rant about Fire Emblem 3 Houses? Yeah, that was also fun. Angry Nyanny. And Nyanny's entire existence is my favorite moment. Oh. Do we have our old studio mics? I actually gave one to my little brother, who's doing some recording stuff and experimenting with that. So I don't know if he likes it or not. I'll have to ask him. And then I have the other one, which I'm actually going to set up as a room mic, so that when we do streams where we walk around the studio and stuff, there's a mic that picks up the whole room without me having to change a bunch of settings and stuff. So I'd like to set up a room mic. Oh, when he said pee on me instead of peony, it's also a good one. But if you like these favorite moments and more, we're going to be going through the greatest hits of the year during the New Year stream. So, yeah. Actually, yeah. We'll probably also go through some of the like Reddit posts of the year, but also some of the new posts. So if you have some favorite moments, feel free to submit them. Maybe we should make a tag for like New Year's. Should probably also make a Discord room. I've got things to do. Barely legal. Celebrated moments with the DN Cave. Still legal, though. Still legal. Huh. All right. What was I doing before streaming? Yeah, I guess sales and customer service. And I guess like the last job I had before streaming was running support for a company that worked with YouTubers and creators, I guess. So I would just assist them in interacting with the company, I suppose. Customer service, more or less. They called it like partner experience, but you know how it is. I should close this. End. We did it. We answered all the questions. Huh. Boy. I guess some good questions. Oh. Business. So I've been swimming in the pond for a while, yeah. What's for dinner tonight? Good question. I don't know if we took some chicken out, so it depends on that. Food, for sure. But maybe pork burgers, if pork is around, because it sounds good. Huh. It's also what's on Fresh Prep. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a moment. Waffles, add, plus viewers, 69,000. yeah, it was a bit of a longer stream, but I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I'm probably gonna, actually, yeah, it's Gloomhaven with some friends tonight, so I'll probably play a little bit of Gloomhaven and then maybe do some more work. Oh, I'm definitely gonna write out all of the new members. Sorry, I didn't have a moment to write these out, but anyone who donated or membered up the stream, I'll have you ready for next stream, and we'll put you up on the tree. Also, all the members from previous streams as well. Ooh, fried rice with grilled squid. It's great. Oh, sounds good. Yeah, I like fried rice. It's yeah, I guess well, yeah, I'll be able to walk. Ah, I also need to create a gifted membership cutout. I guess I could use that giant gift for now that we had from previous. I wonder if we still have that cutout. Because we also have a... Huh! Takeshi! 10 more memberships. That's insane. Thank you. You are single-handed... Well, not single-handedly, but you are... what is it even at right now? Pushing it close to 600, though. But thank you so much. And if you got a gift from Takeshi, make sure to say thank you. Oh, did I click it again? I don't know. It's crazy, though. Yeah, it's kind of new. I was messing around with the settings, and I kind of figured out what was going on with Streamlabs. So, yeah, we're also probably going to tune up notifications and probably make Stream Elements happen. We'll still probably keep, like, a Streamlabs legacy, but... yeah, we'll do both. But, yeah. Wow. Oh. Yeah, there it goes. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's got the little mini notification going on down there. Wow! And there they all go in Streamlabs. Oh, sorry. I did see your question about Wildermyth. Yeah, actually, Zero, Nyanny and I played a bit of Wildermyth. Pretty sure it's the game I was thinking of, where it's kind of like D&D-esque, choose your own adventure. And it was pretty cool between the two of us. We didn't even play for that long. We kind of got some repetitive events, I remember. So I was like a year or two ago that we played as well. So I wonder if they've added more events, because that was my only kind of like thing. Kind of really broke the illusion of it for me when it was like, oh, wait a second. This happened, but a very interesting concept. Not going to go into too much detail, but yes, I have. Yeah, I think it was right around when it came out we played it, because I was like, ooh, so interesting. But yeah, you might have already played Divinity Original Sin 2. If you haven't played that game, I highly recommend that one. I spent like 100+ hours in that one. It's really good. And I'm really excited for Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm trying to avoid the early access because I want to play it when it fully comes out. So, yeah. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. I've got a lot of cutouts to do because I want to get the members on the tree. So thank you, Takeshi. And everyone who membered up, because decorating our tree. Oh, yeah, you've spent so much time in Pathfinder games, right? Ugh. Let's not forget Hermione Granger. God, what is the command for that? Hermione? No, it's Pathfinder. One of us. One of us. Was it Pathfinder? I thought it was Pathfinder. Oh, you got me, Maddie? What is it? Ah, thank you, Maddie. Elise, Zero, Hermione Granger, Amazing, Michael Scott for the Cure Cleric, Fun Caster Time, and Knuckles featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry Series 7 remake. I can't believe the devs saw the stream and implemented a character limit in the sequel. As they should. Hey, Steven! Thank you for being a member for 24 months. Happy to have supported you guys for 2 years on and off. Here's to many more. Heck yeah. Ugh. It's been a while. And I'm glad we got to do this together. Ugh. But thanks. One of us. One of us. Glory to mankind. One of your characters' names couldn't fit in the new game. As they shouldn't. Alright. Alright, my throat is getting sore. I usually don't talk this much during streams. Thank you guys so much. I got some names to write out. I got some dinner to make. I got some glooms to haven. But Yeah, hopefully we'll do this again. And of course we have the Game Awards in 2 days. Crazy. And New Year's. And also Christmas. We've always got our Christmas games, our Christmas AI dungeon, and fun times. So it's going to be a fun month as usual. So yeah. Thanks, Joni. You guys too. Christmas. All right. Later, alligators. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Where's the end scene? I gotta get a button for that. Perfect. There it is. Oh. Yeah, so many exciting things happening. It's a fun month. Christmas is 2 weeks away. Like, bruh, I know, right? Oh, Mario Kart DLC too. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming early before the Game Awards, just talking about the Game Awards and stuff, as is tradition. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to check out some new Mario Kart. Oh my god. I was just thinking about that. Do you think best DLC should be a Game Awards category? How funny would that be? Controversial? Would horse armor make a comeback? Do you think horse armor is like the first horse of the apocalypse? Bye, Lovey. Well, now that I've left you with existential dread, consider that.